Welcome back to another episode of Ballers to Fathers. As you can see, we got a different setup going on. We got co-host right here, Big Dog Devontae, you know what I'm saying? We got me, and then we got the one and only
Facts.
OG.
Facts.
A lot of niggas out here, you know what I'm saying, from LE and just everywhere know Pops. That's OG, real OG. A lot of niggas that have been around us, you know, you gonna be with Pops. We gonna do a lot of shit. We gonna have some fun. So,
Yeah.
Pops, what's up, man?
Man, chillin', man. I don't know why y'all ain't had me on this bitch, from the gate. Man, y'all real ballers to follow. Y'all got all these other people on that bitch, and then y'all want to make 10 episodes and put me on this job. What the hell going on?
That's why this shit took so long. Niggas took 2 weeks to really plan this out.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure it out, and we found the perfect time. No, we found, it's finally some nice weather. We sitting outside, as you can see, a different setting. You know, we had to do something different for Pops.
We had to get in Pop's element.
Come on now. Come on, you see the cigar. You got the good Casamigo, good Jameson.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's what we do.
But yeah, we're gonna start it off heavy, Pop. So
Okay.
we're gonna give everybody information. Everybody saw Pops at established already father Carlos. So we wanna get the fans like, man, how was it growing up? I'm talking about from shorty, jit, all the way like far as youth went. How was it growing up?
Bro, I grew up different than y'all, for real. We was in what we call the Jets.
Yeah.
Y'all know them as the projects.
We say the trenches, but for
Yeah.
the new people, it's trenches.
Yeah.
PJs.
All this get it out the mud shit.
Yeah.
All that shit y'all be talking about, man. I been did that.
Yeah.
Been did that.
Where was you born?
Born in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
Birmingham, Alabama, Vice Hill Projects, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did y'all move to Texas?
I moved to Texas when I was in 3rd grade.
So what's that? Damn, that's like 7.
Yeah, I was in
7,
3rd
8.
Seven, 8 years
in
old.
3rd
Damn.
grade. But I grew up. I was playing football and all that shit in Alabama when we was young. Me and my cousin. Shout out to Richard Rod. That was my big cousin, bro. I looked up to him because he was a real good football player. And so I always played with him and his friends. They was older than me.
I got
So everything we did on bikes, man, we was up and down the street, come home, street lights dark.
Yeah.
But we were in the streets for real. Like, we never, these video games, all this shit these kids and Aiden and all them be doing, bro, we ain't do all that.
Yeah.
We was outside, 9 a.m. to about 10.
Yeah. That street light.
Yeah, facts. And so, we did for real playing. That's how you got good at everything, though.
Yeah.
We played everything.
That was a perfect segue.
That was a perfect segue. The next one was what got you started with sports, but you kind of answered that with Richard Rod and, you know.
So we played in the neighborhood all the time, but my mom was in nursing school.
Yeah.
And so she was trying to keep us out them streets, so she put me and my sister in the YMCA. And my cousin signed up for football. I thought I was going to be on his team, but I wasn't old enough. They put me on a younger team.
Yeah.
And that's how we started playing. My mom was just trying to keep us out the streets.
Was there anybody you was looking up to at that time? Like, I know it was hard. Y'all had TVs, but ain't nobody was just sitting there watching football games constantly. Like, what was y'all?
So we watched sports. We watched really Alabama, Auburn. Those were 2 teams we watched.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people watched Grambling on like tape delay just because Eddie Robinson was the only black coach. So
Okay.
we watched them play. But dude, the first football camp I went to was Ozzie Newsome.
Oh, wow.
He was from Birmingham.
Buddy from Baltimore, right?
Yeah, from the Ravens. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he was the GM.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame as a football player, as a tight end, and a general manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to his football camp, and then his football took off for me. So that was the thing that kind of kept me focused. I still got a bunch of shit, but that kept me focused.
Was there anything else at the time that you was in love with as far as sports? Was it just football, or was it like basketball?
No, we played everything though. Like baseball was one of my first loves for real, because my granddad, he was a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
And then my great-grandfather played for the Birmingham Bears in the Negro League. So baseball was the first thing we really did.
Hold on.
It was easier.
I got a question on that. You say you played with the Birmingham Barons, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember in the first Space Jam?
Yeah.
He played for the Barons.
Yeah.
So is that a minor league team?
Yeah, it's the Chicago White Sox minor league team.
So that's what we was on Space Jam. I was watching that shit the other night. He was on the Barons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So that's
okay,
what
okay.
Jordan played for.
That's what you
That's
play
what I
for.
was gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was
But
gonna say.
yeah, the people don't realize my great grandfather played in the outfield
Yeah.
with Willie Mays.
Yeah.
Like they were on that team.
Yeah.
So this sports thing ain't new to us.
Yeah.
Especially, I look at it as from the outside looking into you. Like, shout out granddad, but like granddad not a sports guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At all.
Yeah.
You didn't have a older man or somebody to look up to. That's kind of more impressive y'all day and age.
Yeah.
Like us, we had somebody to look to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all weren't going to high school games how kids do and how we did.
Nah.
I'm talking not consistently, but like for y'all to just pick up the football, and y'all's era was good at football, just to pick up a football and y'all niggas just fall in love with it is crazy.
Yeah.
Without a real influence, if that makes
See,
sense.
it wasn't no high school games. Every once in a while, my mom and them would take us to in Birmingham to the Carver High School game, because that's where they went to high school. We would go to the game, but it wasn't like a every Friday thing.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
a treat. Cause us, man, my mom was grinding, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like
Shout out Granny, OG for
it
real.
wasn't
No,
like
for real.
we had this bread to just do frivolous
Do
stuff.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this, fast food and stuff, man. That was birthdays and stuff like that for us, for real.
Yeah.
So when I hear these cats out here talking about they got it out the mud and they live out here in the city and all that, I'm like, bro, stop playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a cat like me, that's out the mud for real.
Yeah.
But
That's out the mud
that's
for
coming
real.
from the naive kid of you seeing that, which is crazy, being alert enough to see that. But also, we also got to give, and I know you will, but we also got to give her flowers, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Is Gwen Pullum, because
Especially
without her, they ain't no us.
especially the time that she grew up in. Also.
Where she grew up.
Where she grew
You
up.
know what I'm saying?
Granddad too. Just how they were, like
Right.
the things they had to go through, but also just like still like going like to nursing school. It wasn't like black people at that time wasn't really allowed to do things like that and
Right.
finish things like that.
Right.
So for her to do that, definitely flowers to her. And
Yeah,
She-
my dad was, he was in the military, man.
Yeah.
My dad ain't no dude that's gonna give no quarter,
yeah,
in the era he grew up in. So
Right.
he really could have got himself into a lot of stuff. So they
Right.
had to navigate them waters of
Mhm.
segregation, racism, all that stuff. And my dad ain't one to bag down now to nobody.
And that's what I've learned over time, looking back, kind of meeting men, knowing granddad, knowing Pawpaw and them. Them cats back then, bro, like, all them niggas was gangsters.
all of
Like,
them.
like
You
that's
had
where
to
the
be, bro.
term man's man, because them niggas, the term stand on business come from their era.
No.
Because them niggas was standing on it. Them, like, you was having kids early at that age.
Yeah.
Right? In that day and age, you was having kids early. You was going to work. I'm talking about 10 toes, like, you was holding it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they were living more by the Bible sense of what a man is.
Yeah,
then, if that makes
for
sense.
sure.
And that might be the problem with today. I think they were living more towards the word, is what I'm getting.
it's also as in I feel like they didn't have no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they had no choice at all. Like it was either sink or swim. Like in their era for a man, and
You got to think, bro. Back then, I think about my granddad. My granddad, 40, 50 years old, got his own family, got his own kids, and it would be young white kids, teenage kids, calling him boy.
yeah,
Wow.
And so,
Yo, granddad.
yeah, my granddad, grown ass man, and you would have teenage white kids calling him boy, giving him instructions on you can't do this, you can't do that. And they were in the people like at Texas is different when we moved out here.
Yeah.
In Alabama,
yeah,
Well, that's what
It's
I'm getting
real.
at. Well, that's what, what you said, the emphasis you put behind it. Y'all got, like, people got to hear this. Pops from Birmingham, Alabama. Like, Selma. Any of the march you want to talk about. Any segregation shit you read in the book.
it was going on in Alabama, Georgia, like in that
But I'm
area
talking about,
over
like,
there.
his parents or grandparents.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in the fire of that shit.
Yeah,
You know when that church, my mama told
Selma.
y'all that story. No, in Birmingham when that church got bombed and them kids got killed.
Yeah.
My mom lived up the street from that. They house shook from that bombing. So they were that close to it, bro.
yeah.
It wasn't like this is nothing made up. It was that close to it.
Right.
The craziest thing to me out of all of this is in today's society, like people act like this happened so long ago.
Facts.
This is like
my
your
grandparents
mother.
went
This
through
is like our grandparents. Like they're
Right.
still living to walk around and tell
Right.
these stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so this stuff didn't happen a long time ago. So
Right.
like a lot of the stuff that happens now with the police and just different stuff, it's like, bro, it happened like recently. This is recent history.
You talking within my mom? I'm 53. My mama 73. You talking about that's happened within the last 65 to 70 years
What's sick about that is
in
like
this country.
I feel bad for your mom's era that's still alive, cause I'm sure in their mindset they thought it was gonna change. Like nothing could be this bad, right? In the
Yeah.
moment, right?
Yeah.
Like my kids ain't gonna go through this. But the fact that kids are still going, like not kids, but black folks are still going through it. Like our grandmother 73, went through this shit. And nigga, your nephew go through the same shit. He 11. Yo, that shit wicked.
It's
Wicked, bro.
Yep.
it's crazy. It really is, bro.
Yep.
But nah, we gonna move past that. Shout out, shout out Alabama, shout out the South, cause you know that's where we bred from. Like I'm heavy on the South. Everybody, where else would you live? Like, nah, I'm gonna stay in the South, bro. So we'll give a shout out to the South for sure. But now we're gonna move past. We're gonna have a little bit more fun, pops. We talked about this on our episode, dog, and we remember how our high school life was, right? You played on a damn near state championship football team, and we're gonna get to that. But what the fuck was high school like for you in the 80s? Like in the 80s, like.
You talking about it's bananas. So y'all gotta remember a lot of things started when I was in high school. Like
That's the crack era, ain't it?
yeah, that's crack era. Crack era. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. Real
Niggas was
talk.
acting wild in the 80s.
Real talk. So all this shit y'all seeing on BMF and all that stuff,
That shit
that was
real.
our era.
Shout out
Yeah.
Lamar, dumbass.
That was our era. You know, number one. The other thing is that's the emergence of hip hop.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's
Run
the emergence
DMC
of-
and them boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all them boys. You know, I'm gonna take you back. Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, Curtis Blow.
Yeah.
All of them cats.
Y'all niggas walking around with the bucket hats, big
Fat,
ass chains,
big
and
ass-
Adidas jumpsuits.
Yeah, yeah. Big ass herringbone chain, nigga, big ass
I'm
gold
gonna
nugget
keep
shits.
it a million. That shit was
Hell no.
That-
Y'all motherfuckers doing the
that
same
shit was
shit.
trash.
Y'all
I
doing,
ain't-
everything comes back. Y'all doing the same
I ain't
shit
gonna hold
right
you.
now. Look at all the gold shit and all
only
that
thing I
shit.
will take back from them that I would still do today is the tracksuit. That's all.
Yeah,
they
that's
will get.
it.
That fat ass Mayweather be wearing that shit.
Them
That
big ass
fat ass
chains.
chain.
It ain't no different than the goddamn Cuban links y'all be wearing,
Pops,
bro.
hell no.
them hoes
The
was
ones they was wearing was the workout chains. No, them niggas be wearing that shit on the
big
band.
and
That
big.
shit
Oh,
was
God.
big as hell,
them
bro.
bitches used to be gold. Them hoes was clean
Them hoes
with them
big and big.
stupid ass glasses. That shit
Yeah,
used to
the
kill me.
gazelles, The
Gazelles.
Gazelles. Fred, my boy Freddie, shout out Freddie Williams. He still wear them hoes
I
to this
got
day.
you.
Shout out
But
Freddie
now,
Williams.
Garland, Texas, bro, like, people might see what it is now. You got your Saxies, Rowlett is bigger now.
No, it wasn't that. Dig this. Everybody in Saxe, Rowlett, and all them, they went to Garland School
Yeah.
because those schools weren't open.
Right.
Like Naaman Forest opened my senior year. So, you know, our high school was crazy. It was predominantly Hispanic and black.
Yeah.
They had a few,
Still,
few
probably.
white dudes. But,
Yeah.
But Garland High School was the bomb, bro. The crazy thing is I just went to an event like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of the athletes from Garland. I had a bunch of dudes I played with, girls that ran track and all that shit. And we were just reminiscing on how crazy it was. But Garland wasn't it wasn't no easy school to walk through now.
No, I'm sure. Y'all, for y'all to know, this how crazy it is. Like, we talk about Allen, we talk about, like, Salinas of the world, that people that are in tune in high school football, and a lot of people might not know this. Garland is one of the only high schools to win a state championship
At every
in
level.
every division.
In multiple divisions.
Every division.
In football, so you getting up there was already a legacy. There was already a tradition
It was
there.
loaded, bro. It was they had the crazy thing is they were so talented when we first got out there with me. Shout out Sean Jackson, my best friend in high school, Derek Dawson, Andre Smith, all them boys I played with, Pat Williams, Anthony, all them boys I played with. When we got up there, it was some dogs up there. You talking Walter Dunnigan and some other cats that was up there that was real.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a coach to get them there.
That's how it be.
You know,
In high school, that's
he
how
let them do whatever
when
they
you find your
wanted
coach,
to.
Towns, when they find that coach,
Shit.
you got
Shit, it's like that in the pros.
Yeah.
Facts. And so when Coach Smith came,
Yeah.
we was like, man, that little white man from Highland Park. Highland Park.
Shout out Coach Smith. I got a story about him and Pops later on in the episode.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Because he gave me clarification.
Yeah, but it was like Highland Park, the riches.
Yeah.
Well, not now, but back then
It was.
riches.
Shit,
It's
it's
old money.
yeah.
Old money. You know,
Not the rich
big
man.
money.
How about
Well,
that?
Frisco and some of these other places to get.
Man,
They got.
these niggas fake rich.
Yeah.
Them niggas rich.
They've been rich for
No, hold on.
hundreds of
Hold
years.
on. Let's
Hundreds
use
of
our
years.
vocab. Niggas in Frisco rich. Them niggas wealthy.
They
out
wealthy.
They wealthy. Fact.
there. They wealthy.
Yeah, they've been rich for hundreds of years. Money
Nah,
to pass
for real.
down. That Matt Stafford and all them boys
Fact.
from out
Yeah.
there. Clayton Kershaw and all them boys from out there.
Yeah.
But he came from, he had played at Baylor, played with Mike Singletary.
Oh, shit.
He came from Highland Park. He was the quarterback coach, offensive coordinator over there.
I can't see him being at that type of school.
And he came over, that's where he grew up. He played quarterback at Highland Park.
Wow.
And then he came over to Garland. We was all like, man, they look like what from Highland Park ain't finna tell us nothing.
Yeah.
Man, that joke got up in there and had
Tell
that
him the
dude
story.
doing
Tell him the
drills,
story,
bro.
Pops.
That boy wrapped that water hose around his neck, started squeezing it. Everybody was in there, hey, man, them motherfuckers, they know what he talking about. he may
gotta
know what he
believe him,
talking
buddy.
about. Hey, man, he may know what he
That
talking
nigga
about. Bro,
crazy. He
squeezing
ready
his
to
neck
kick-
with that water hose,
Only
bro.
a football coach.
That nigga ready
And
to
bro,
kill
he used
himself
to-
over
He
this
used
shit.
to jump in drills with us and shit. He broke his fucking finger jumping in the tackling drill, trying to show us how to tackle properly.
Damn.
And so once we kind of looked at him, and he was like, he came to all us young cats like, y'all gonna be the ones.
What year did he came? Your freshman year or your sophomore?
He came in the off season of my freshman year.
Okay.
We won district championship. Our freshman year, we won district championship. Our freshman team, we
Damn,
won district
so-
championship. So they knew we was loaded, but they had to get us a coach.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So he made a big boy decision in high school. It's hard to put. If you're good, this comment really don't matter to you. But like for a coach to come in and then just heavy sophomores come in
Yeah.
into a school like that, because there was no 6A, it was 5A then. Come in and you had the plan, like you heard about the freshman team, like hey, we're gonna boom.
Yeah.
gonna do
Like
this.
next year is the
That
year.
takes some big ball for your first year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, first year coaches come in. Are we gonna let the seniors do their thing?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Try to get them out the
But
way
no,
so they
that's-
can get their
That's
system
big
in.
time though, coming in and doing that.
but
But no, Pops. I'm no fuck the football shit. You being too. I'm talking about nigga, like off the like
Yo,
clout. Like
what?
what was the clout like? Cause hey y'all, they're in the same area. That's the only time because we on camera that I'm gonna be like this with Pops. But these niggas was the second best defense to Carter High. Like if you seen the documentary, Friday Night Lights, all that shit.
They was the
It was Carter, Garland, Permian, and then Plano, I think was after
Yeah.
that. There was the top defenses and probably the top rated teams at that time.
Roosevelt was up there too. Yeah, Roosevelt.
So what was it? I know that bitch was, because we see Carter High's lifestyle, but like
Hey,
y'all
bruh.
was similar.
It was the same thing though. When you see that, bro, we had the commons area, bro. That's where everybody met up in the morning. But
Okay.
this niggas, you know that's the beatbox era. So
Yeah.
you know rap was just first out. Nigga, either you beatbox or you rap or you pop lock. You know, you
Yeah.
were one of them niggas.
Niggas had the car.
You were one of them. You were one of them hoes.
Niggas
You
was
were
in
one
that
of them
house
hoes.
dancing.
That one of them, even if you was a football player, one of them you did. So I was the beatbox cat.
I got you.
Then I had a couple of homeboys, Michael Swanson, all they were from Philly. Them niggas rap.
You know East Coast niggas
Yeah,
swear all
swear
the
they
lyrical
All them
rap.
niggas can rap.
Lyrical as hell, you know what I'm saying? And then we had Sean Jackson, my best friend. He one of the most dancing old sexy flex, old black sexy flex dancing and everything. Nigga think he cold as shit. I got a story about him later on, about your uncle later on. He
Yeah.
rag lad.
Yeah.
But bro, that commons area in the morning, ooh wee man.
So that was like y'all yard of high school.
Yeah, but it was inside. It
I
was
got
like
you.
it was in the middle of the school. So all the principal offices were down here, and it was a middle area, the gym over there, cafeteria over here. Then you go down the hallway. But that's the area where everybody met up in the morning.
For real.
Yeah.
And that's where everybody hung out at lunchtime. So shit, you gonna eat your lunch fast because you're trying to get out there.
Yeah.
That's where the
you're trying to get out
grass
there.
is outside the LE cafeteria.
Yeah.
That was they shit.
But ours was inside though.
Yeah.
You trying to get out there at them things.
I'm sure.
Cause back then it was Calvin Klein, Jordache jeans. I don't know what it is, y'all.
Tommy Hilfiger and Lacoste. and
Yeah,
all
that was later
shit.
on in my life. But it
Oh,
was
okay.
Jordache and Calvin Klein, and they had these chick jeans that fit everybody booty nice.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
but
That's a
chick
girlfriend
jeans.
jeans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it was
That's
a
the
chicken.
apple bottom joint.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Them apple bottom jeans.
That nigga said apple bottoms.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Juicy couture
boy.
joints.
Hey.
I'm gonna be honest, if bitches is wearing apple bottoms, I'm done with you. It's over with.
Either that bitch got 6 kids or
Apple bottoms
she's
is,
poor.
apple bottoms is crazy.
Hey,
Nah.
them chick jeans used to go crazy in the comments at Garland
She
High
got your
School.
booty high and shit.
Boy.
Nigga lifting your booty up.
Used to be alright. Used to be alright back in the day, boy.
Yeah.
But them comments, boy, you couldn't even. The crazy thing is, you go through that lunch line, you gonna go. We had the hot lunch line, the cold lunch line.
Facts.
The hot lunch line is Ernest. Shout out Ernest Pickett. He ain't with us no more. His mama used to be back there cooking. Back
See, that's
there.
why y'all food was better than ours. Y'all had mamas back there
Yeah,
cooking.
facts. His mama cooking.
Hey, I'm
you go
not
through
gonna
that line.
cap to you. Think about one of your friends' mama back there.
Cooking.
I wouldn't want my mama back there.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
with the hairnet passing
yeah,
niggas
that-
food.
that's-
Nah,
she-
hell
hey,
no.
it was probably good though.
Thanksgiving when she had that turkey and dressing back there with real turkey and dressing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Niggas
They was
real
eating,
turkey
they
and
was
dressing.
eating turkey and dressing at high school
Real
lunch,
turkey and
bro.
dressing at that. But
Come
then
on.
You go to that cold line, you gonna get the pizza, the burger. That's all pre-made shit.
Yeah,
So you
They
gonna
call
eat,
that shit the cold line.
yeah, you gonna eat your shit fast, cause you trying to get out there to them commas with them things.
I'm sure.
But for us, it was. I'm just saying like this, and I ain't talking no shit, but girls wasn't never a problem for us.
yeah.
That shit was like clockwork, bro.
Yeah.
It was really like clockwork just because who we was, you know, and just how we was. You know, we ain't have no. You had some sucker ass niggas. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in our crew that played together, we never hated on each other because we knew when we hit that field on defense.
Yeah.
In our defense, you know the word death. That was dope. That was the word. Everything
got
was
you.
death back
But it
then
was
from Run
death-
DMC.
yeah.
But it was our defense was the Death Dogs.
Okay.
That was the name
Yeah.
of our defense was the Death Dogs.
Yeah.
And none of us hated on each other
Mm.
because we knew we hit that field,
Yeah.
bro. We finna tear niggas ass up, bro.
So that was a gym. That was a gym. Pops just dropped it. It's a common goal young niggas need to hear. Aiden, you need to listen up. Say it one more time what you just said.
Bro, we never hated on each other because we knew we needed each other.
Come on, man.
Bro, we were loaded on defense. We were loaded on defense.
Yeah.
You know, you got Vernon Shaw at free safety. You know, he had offers from SC and shit like that. Our sophomore year, they played his ass at middle linebacker. We used to call that nigga the missile.
Yeah.
Because that nigga would
Y'all
fly
had
through
an
and
NFL.
knock
Y'all
the
had
fuck.
what's my boy name?
Carl Williams.
Yeah,
Wait,
from
see,
Tampa
I'm
Bay.
going to get to them.
Yeah.
And you know, you had Ant at middle linebacker, Ant ignorant from Tampa Bay, Florida. Just ignorant, bro. But he's a big nigga. He could run.
Yeah.
The nigga could fly. You had my boy Clay, man. God damn, I wish he was here with us today. That's a story for another day.
Yeah.
He played
Yeah.
outside linebacker. And then Torrance Hopkins, whole ass, we'll talk about him later. But y'all done heard that name before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played the other linebacker. And then Uzo, Big Dookie, Big Derek Pinkston, Everett Jackson. I mean, all them dudes around. And them ain't no small dudes.
No,
I'm talking about
Everett.
Everett. I'm talking about Everett was probably 6'4", 6'5" at defensive end.
Y'all made it. Y'all's era, because I played Texas high school football. Y'all's era was like the real difference between 5A and 4A.
4A.
There's
Yeah.
no difference now. Like
Now.
4A's look like 6A's today.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
5A
Y'all
was different.
5A. Y'all dudes look different compared to a 4A.
Yeah, facts,
D1
though.
You know what I'm
type
saying?
of-
Like when
it
y'all was out there, y'all had a low major JUCO football team already.
Facts.
Which
Yeah.
90% of your fucking football team probably
Facts.
did go JUCO. But
Yeah.
Facts.
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
I got stories about
Yeah,
that.
y'all had a JUCO team. But like, I had a question because I don't think we've ever. What made you? Because I know you played quarterback in like middle school and stuff. How the fuck did you get to play cornerback? Was it?
So-
Hold on. Was it just like Coach Smith was like, hey son, this how you gonna get on the field faster, or was it like, because you didn't have nobody to look at yet? That's what I'm trying to get
Yeah,
at.
it
Like
was-
you didn't have nobody to just watch.
It was a combination of both of those, though. But, you know, in Garland, we had what was called choice of school form. So you go to any high school you want.
Open enrollment
Yeah,
now, right?
so yeah, like open enrollment.
That's what Frisco needs
But
to
you
do.
had to
No,
have your
facts.
paperwork in by a certain time. So back then, all of the good football players went to either Garland or South Garland.
Yeah. Shout out
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, they either went to
Facts.
Garland or South Garland. And then later on, it became Lakeview. That's another story for my senior year. They were so-called
I got you.
dream team.
Are they still in school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garden
I
Lake.
know they
they-
won state when I was in high school.
Yeah, they so you know it was me, Sean, Robert Davis, y'all know Robert.
And you said Vernon Shaw.
Vernon played running back. And a couple other people that played quarterback. But, you know, Shelby J. Rowe, y'all know the story behind Shelby J. Rowe. Shout out to him. You know, I still got some hard feelings, but we'll get over that.
Yeah.
He came in, and Coach them gave him the playbook early, before we all got there.
Coach Smith?
No, Coach Smith wasn't there.
Coach
so
Jordan.
ninth grade, it was Coach Borer and them then. They gave him the playbook and all that. So when we got there, we were behind when we got the 2 days.
Yeah. I was in Coach Boone offense, wasn't he?
Yeah, we were running Coach Boone and shit.
Bitch ran 6 play like Novocaine.
No, hey, they couldn't stop us though, because we had so much.
Niggas running dive left, dive right.
and pull that bitch and pitch it, and it's gone.
And tight end flat.
I just don't understand how niggas didn't figure that shit out. Everybody was running that shit for real.
Because you got to read that shit.
You ran that or you ran the I.
Yeah, you got to be
ran
disciplined.
that Maryland triple I shit.
Yep. Or you got to be disciplined to guard that shit.
Jesus, football has came a long way,
Yes,
boy.
sir.
For real, though.
Nah, but it really look back, y'all was really offensively y'all were trash.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was.
We weren't trash.
The talent wasn't. The talent was there, but the
schematics
offensive
of all of it
schematics was not there.
It was very limited.
Yeah.
As far as imagination.
But the thing about it is that tells you how good certain teams really, like Carter and some of them teams really were for beating everybody, because everybody really ran the same stuff.
Yeah.
It was a couple different offenses, but like if you was beating teams, you was really just better than them. Now you can get on some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but just the thought with that offense, bro, it really, I see why you was physical as a corner.
Like, you got to be.
Corner, y'all niggas was linebackers.
Yeah,
essentially, I was outside linebacker.
Well, a lot of times they was in your wide receiver would come in as a wing.
Yeah.
And so you were playing tighter to the line. So
you had to
when he
tackle.
blocked down, if he crack on the linebacker, you got to replace him on the pitch.
Safeties for real.
Yeah, real shit. So you couldn't play on our defense if you wasn't going
to tackle.
The worst tackler on our defense was Sean Jackson. And he would hit your ass. He'll tell you. He'll tell you.
Sean said he the better guy on the picks.
Say, bro, we went to McKinney, they threw this nigga 3 of them. Hit him the nigga number 35. That nigga bad here, he number 35. Because early on, me and him was 10 and 11.
Okay. Yeah.
Our freshman year, we was always 10 and 11.
Yeah.
So when they moved us up to varsity early, in the sophomore year, because we was on JV, they moved us up. But coach, I got my number 10, because I was still playing quarterback. I was starting quarterback on JV, so I was still playing quarterback. So I had number 10. Yeah. That nigga had number 35. Because one of the quarterbacks had number 11. So when they moved him up, that nigga had to stick with number 35 in high school. That nigga, hey, but the crazy thing is, my freshman year in college, guess what number I wore?
35.
35.
That's so trash, bro.
That bitch is awful. Aeneas Williams.
I'd have been mad as hell for
Shout out Aeneas Hall of Famer, bro.
I can't name 5 niggas that wear that number.
In football, for sure. It's only one nigga I know that wears the number 35.
You talking about Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, that's it.
Aeneas Williams.
Snead is 38. That's worse, too.
I said he used to.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know no football.
Robert Turpin?
Stop it. We might as well stop now before we start.
So, nah, man, it was, I don't know, them days was, whoo.
That shit seemed like a blur, don't it?
Friday nights, bro.
Ain't nothing like it, bro. He over
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I wish you could have experienced that. He went to a tradition. I can only imagine the school he went to.
I say that all the time. I wish I would have gave football one more year, bro. Just my sophomore year. I'd have been done after that. But my sophomore year, I wish I'd have gave it that 1 year just to play. And I probably would have finished out if I had to just play.
I think before we started really watching college and pros, we got like our mystique, our kind of ways of football, not just from you, but from the Garland Isles way.
Yeah.
Y'all whole swagger and everything y'all wore came from Keith Mills
shout out Keith
and Hart and all them
Bobby
dudes.
Chalk. Like, I could name the whole shit.
No, facts.
Yeah, that's y'all whole swagger, the way y'all wore your wristbands. But them niggas got it from us.
Yeah.
Because they'll tell you, I used to wear like 3 ties.
Yeah.
I used to wear one in the front, one in the back, and one on the side.
3 times.
But that shit was Oklahoma. Oklahoma and Nebraska was the teams for us back then.
That's crazy to think today, though.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
How bad Nebraska is.
Yeah, but
Oklahoma and Nebraska was crazy then, bro. The U hadn't hit yet. That was later on.
That was hard.
Well, no, the U hit.
You were in college when it was the same time.
But the U, it still wasn't the U because they had to do it. I think the 2000
U was
took
crazy.
off the torch from them.
Yeah.
But you got to think, Mike them had some Russell Maryland. They had a lot of first round.
Who was that quarterback? Jim Kelly?
Jim Kelly started it, Bernie Kosar,
And then
Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vinny Testaverde played for
Vinny
like
was
75
Mike.
years in the league.
Man,
Didn't he
Vinny
win the Heisman?
he could spin that motherfucker.
He was nice.
Yeah, he could spin that bitch though.
But
And Mike was so, people don't know how good Michael Irvin was at the U, man. He was number 47. He was number 47.
No, Mike was tough.
He was crazy, bro.
Just slowing a bit.
But
Shit, he ran past a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But the best football player I seen back then, bro, in college, bro, and it changed my whole
It wasn't
life.
Booby. Booby, hey, so I want people to understand. So when you see Booby, Derek Luke made Booby look like that motherfucker was crazy.
Booby was good, bro.
That's
But you know who the best running back at that time was? You know who the best running back in our era in high school in Texas?
who?
Was Odell Beckham's dad from Marshall, Texas.
I thought you were gonna say Eric Dickerson.
No, Eric was older than us.
Oh, okay.
I watched Eric when I was
Odell
in high
Beckham
school.
Senior in Marshall.
Yes, at Marshall.
Yeah.
They almost beat Carter. People don't know. Jesse Armstead had to catch a touchdown with like 10 seconds left. He didn't even play tight end.
Yeah.
Played middle linebacker. They threw him a pop pass in the middle of the end zone to send them to the state championship.
So who did Carter really beat in the state championship that year?
They
Not
played,
Permian.
No, it was Plano. Was it either Plano or Plano East? It was a Plano
Okay.
school though.
Yeah.
yeah. But
Permian was it was the quarterfinal round. They played Marshall in the semifinal.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was movie shit, bro.
Yeah.
But Boobie was one of the top running backs in the state.
Was he like that though? Like how the movie portrayed him to be?
He wasn't Odell Senior, bro.
That's crazy.
And that's
Odell
crazy.
Senior was, bro. He almost single-handedly beat. If you could pull up the film and watch what he was doing to Carter's defense. Carter had 8 fucking D1s on their
Don't they,
defense.
I think they still got the record. Don't they got the most
They had,
scholarship players of all time?
I want to say it was either
20-something, huh?
25 to 30 Division I athletes.
Say that again.
25 to 30 Division
There's
I.
only 22 niggas that can play on the field.
25 to 30 is crazy, bro.
They were loaded, and 9 of them dudes went to the NFL.
And the other 5 went to prison.
Yeah, a couple of them went. But they was doing.
Yeah.
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 Anyway,
Hey,
before
bro, but that was our era.
that just
That was our era, though. You had 1 foot over here, and you had 1 foot over there.
Well, yeah, there was no rules. UIL was really scared of y'all.
Yeah, so you had, well, Ross Perot changed everything with the no pass, no play when he came about.
Yeah.
But you had 1 foot in the streets.
Hey, hold on, bro. When was that rule a thing?
My junior year it came into play. You
So
have
that's
to think about
88?
so talking about niggas didn't even have to pass classes to play?
it. No.
Niggas never go to class. Are you serious? Well, I'm glad, because that's why we went to college.
Boy,
But that's why it was such a high JUCO rate, I'm sure.
Yes.
Niggas was...
No pass, no
I'm
play.
I would have been right in
That's why
JUCO.
we couldn't read.
But it hurt you, bro. But it hurt you. Because they changed it, y'all era. The first no pass, no play, if you failed, you was out 6 weeks till the next report card came out. So if you were going to the playoffs, if you made it to the state championship, you wasn't playing.
I want to say that was ours.
I think that's how ours was. It's every
I
report
thought they
card.
came back to y'all
With the
progress
progress
report.
Progress report. But
Well, it
I,
depends on the season.
yeah, if it's basketball, you could come back progress report. But football
no, you
was
have to
6
pass.
weeks. It was report card.
Man.
Because you
Yeah,
know
man.
basketball goes into both
I will tell you
seasons.
the crazy thing is, I think the first year of it, we had by 12 niggas not pass. The next year, we only had 1. But you want to know why?
Niggas got to cheat. Niggas got
I
to
was
get
past. Hey man, son. Hey man, come on. Just miss a couple, bro.
Yeah,
no facts.
fact.
But I was gonna make sure. That's how we were. I was gonna make sure my homies was gonna pass.
So you were about to say, who you in your era that you saw or played with or played against? Who was your probably the best player?
Best player I played against in high school was Joe Bowden. He played at Oklahoma,
Okay.
and then he played for the Houston Oilers before they went to Tennessee.
See,
He
I
was a
thought you
linebacker.
was gonna say Jesse.
All I'm saying,
Yeah.
I never got to play him.
Yeah.
I never got to play him. We lost the game to Roosevelt.
He was Micah in that era, and better.
But he was a Mike linebacker though.
Yeah.
Damn.
But he was athletic like Micah.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, I tell people Anthony Hayes was that too.
So is Boz your era too, right?
Boz is older. He was older.
Is he
than
better
me.
than him? Because I know Boz
Jesse was
was tough.
better than me, bro. Jesse was different.
He was.
If you watch Jesse play for the Giants, you know what he was. But
Right.
he was different, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That defense with Derek Evans and Gary Edwards and them dudes was going to Tennessee and Houston when Houston was good. Them dudes was not no. They was going. Jesse went to the U, started at the U, as a true freshman, bro, at middle
So out
linebacker.
of them
Yeah.
25 scholarships, vast majority was going to play where they was going.
Yeah, they was
Yeah.
going to Baylor. It wasn't no bum schools. You had
Yeah.
Baylor. They were Big 12. Like it was the Big 8 back then.
Yeah.
And well, Southwest
Was
Conference and the
the
Big
Big
8
Eight.
was all Oklahoma and all
Yeah.
of them. But them boys was going to play, man.
Yeah.
But we had a defense just like that. Uzo Okeke, he was a defensive tackle for us. He played for the Toronto Argonauts. He's been the general manager up there for a while.
That's
Toronto.
Canadian.
Yeah, man, he played at SMU. Crazy. The crazy thing is on that defense we had one white dude. You know who that white dude was?
Robert Davis.
Robert Davis,
Davis.
my dog.
Hey, and I ain't gonna lie.
My dog.
I ain't gonna lie.
But-
In that era, to be a white boy,
He
in
was
the-
a dog.
No, in the secondary.
He was
no,
a-
fuck that. Usually at that era, it was quarterbacks.
He
and
was
linemen,
he was a
and
dog, bro.
linebackers.
That
He was a
tells
dog.
you about him.
No, he was a dog.
He probably
That
You
tells
see,
you.
Robert grew up like us.
But he's who else went D1 like him? Did
He
go
played
to-
at SMU. Robert played at SMU.
That's what I'm saying. Who else went D1 on y'all's team?
It was him, Uzo,
Carl Williams with the Kingsville.
Kingsville. Ant went to. He went to. It was A&I back then.
A&I.
Texas A&I.
Oh, okay.
It's Kingsville now, but
Oh,
it
I
was
got
A&I.
you. Yeah.
But they both just got put in the Hall of Fame out there. I talked to Ant. Him and Ant got put in the
Oh,
Hall
damn.
of Fame out there. Yeah.
What's
So
up?
shout out to them, bro.
But yeah, this is the question I was curious about because that era.
Yeah. So
But
what?
Joe Bowden was, man, people go look up Joe Bowden. Joe Bowden was like, Jesse was the #1 rated linebacker in the country. Joe Bowden was #2.
Yeah.
Right here in Texas. He went to North Mesquite.
And they was trash.
Shit,
They were good then?
they was in the top 5 defenses with us too.
Oh, damn.
They was good, but Joe, you just couldn't run. You couldn't run the shit inside the tackles on him
Because he was tackling that.
because he could fly.
Yeah.
And he went to Oklahoma, started immediately. So him and Jesse were the 2 best inside linebackers, and he went to the Titans. He started for the Titans for about 9 years.
I've heard that
for,
name before,
The
though.
Oilers,
Yeah.
before they became the Titans
That
for like
name,
9
white boy?
years. No, it's a black
This
dude.
black dude?
Yeah.
So what was the recruiting process like for you, like going to Bethany, which I think it was what was it?
NAIA?
It was NAIA at that time.
Yeah. It was different for me, man, because I was a lot smaller than I am now.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't grow a lot until I got to college. So when schools came in, so I had, you know, my dream school was Notre Dame. Notre Dame was crazy back then.
I got you.
Notre Dame, Oklahoma. When those schools came in, man, I was probably about 5'9", about 160, playing corner. And corners were bigger than that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of them schools, and then you know, the main schools that was recruiting me was the military academies. I wanted no parts of that.
No part of that.
So Army,
Granddad
yeah,
wasn't
so-
going for that neither.
yeah,
He
but
didn't want you to go there.
He, you know, he knew that was been a good school and all that, and if
Yeah.
I had to do it, you know, I could have did it, but, you know,
You gotta think though, times was different back then. Going to a military school now, obviously
There's ways out of.
there's ways like if you go to the NFL or if you
You
don't
can opt out of some of the shit.
you can opt like you don't have like you still have to serve.
yeah, you had to, back then, you had to give you 3 years. That happened to David Robinson, though.
Yes,
He
it
didn't, he didn't get to the NBA right away because he had to go do his service.
He went to
Naval Academy.
Navy.
Yeah.
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 He had to go serve first.
Yeah.
But it was hard, man, because all the schools I wanted, they didn't really want to take a chance because I was
Smaller.
And Coach K came along, man, and he was like, hey,
Because I know K-State was one of the last no-name schools.
yeah, K-State came along more when I was in college, though, after I had
Oh,
played.
trying to transfer.
Trying to get you a
because
transfer.
Bill Snyder, I used to go work out with them dudes all the time up there
So
in
why-
the summertime.
Fuck. So what made you were just being loyal to Bethany or?
Well, I was an all-conference
So why leave,
cornerback.
right?
You didn't want to
So,
leave.
but no,
yeah.
I'm talking about like in hindsight, did you make the wrong move?
No,
No.
Cause you
no. I
and
still gotta
we'll,
look.
I was about to say we'll get
still
to
gotta
that.
look.
We'll get to that part.
Yeah.
But
I
what
still
was
gotta
it?
look.
What? Cause was it like phone calls? Was it letters? Did they come to the school? Did they come to the house? Like
it was they used to send you these questionnaires you fill out, and then if the coach was interested, they would send you. It was all letters. Then.
Yeah.
Oh,
You go
okay.
in coach's office, you have a stack of letters.
Fact.
So
Oh,
letters,
okay.
we were getting gang of them,
Yeah.
and then coaches would come down in spring like they kind of did with y'all.
Yeah.
And then when they see your size and stuff, that's when they kind of fell off for you.
yeah.
You know, when
Damn.
they see you play.
So
Yeah,
what you think it was more tape, or you think it was more like
They-
college coach came to more games for y'all?
Yes.
In today's era, I learned this recently. Like college coaches only coming to watch the 5-star and 4-star players.
They're watching the film.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is hearsay nowadays.
Yeah.
It's also
You know.
it's also like if this school offer this kid, we got to offer this kid.
Facts.
You know, it's not less because it's like, okay, they in our conference. If they get him, he could be this.
Nah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that's how it was, like, especially playing D2. That's kind of how it was. Like once I went into the transfer portal, well, when I tell you every single D2 was like, oh, we want him, but it's because I went. They like Roger State and like it was other schools, so it was just. That was I had that question about the recruiting process.
And kids, you gotta understand, like, it's fit, right? Fit, and when can I get on the field or the court or whatever the fastest? This man just told us he didn't make a mistake by going to Bethany College
over Kansas State.
That speaks volumes, and he still got a chance at the pros, and we can segue to that. But we're gonna give him your stats, all right? How many interceptions did you have in college?
20 interceptions in 4 years.
20 interceptions in 4 years.
And I didn't start until I was a sophomore.
How many picks you had your freshman year?
3.
Damn. In 3 years, you had 17 picks. And
my sophomore year, I had 7.
Fuck. Okay.
My sophomore year, I had 7.
Then after that, they didn't want to throw. I was about to say, then after that, they didn't want to throw it.
And then football had passed on that, like they're throwing the ball more once you get to college.
But we were, about that time, it was the Mississippi Valley State with Jerry Rice.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So our coach, we were, in college, and he's actually, shout out Coach Kessinger, Bethany College, but he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. And he was innovative, bro. We would spread it out.
Air raid.
I remember watching.
We'll come in and we'll run.
I remember watching the highlights. Y'all had like 3 cold ass running backs, though.
Yes, we had 3. You had Newsom. Shout out, that my roommate from college, Marcus Newsom, and we had a couple Sean Lee and a couple other dudes that was running back. And our first running back was Peter Lewis, Jamaican dude from Canada, big motherfucker, running the shit out that bitch. And then Newsom, I actually recruited Newsom. Newsom came that next year. That next recruiting class was crazy. My sophomore year.
When Uncle Keith and them got there.
That's the next recruiting class.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all had an offense that looked like today offense. You had 2 black receivers, then you had, what's the boy name? White receiver? Racky or whatever?
Racky. Yeah, he played in slot.
He was slot. Like, y'all had a prototypical type offense.
But Kevin Hearsink was a bad white boy. Now, your Uncle Keith didn't like it. But
19.
Hearsink, he was a running back. Kevin Hearsink was number 7. But y'all wouldn't have seen him on the film because that was my freshman year.
Yeah.
But and he played my sophomore year too. But he was like 6'3", about 190. White boy could play.
Damn.
He could play.
Yeah.
I also feel like, I don't know if it was because the pads was bigger, but I just felt like they was obviously like the NFL guys now, or like, but I feel like y'all all around on every division was just big. Like
they were big because like now it's sexy shit. Let me get these resistant bands. Let me get on these cables. Like them niggas back there was pumping iron.
They was really pumping iron. Yeah,
and they 45 plate nigga was steel. That shit was different then.
Shit was rusty.
Yeah,
that was different.
Asbestos all in the weight room.
I just noticed that about like now compared to what it used to be. Is like you go, like we went D2. We saw like. It was very apparent, like football wise, that they were smaller, not as good. I feel like back then it was different, bro.
But we had dudes we had D1 transfers. We had dudes.
See, because you couldn't transfer on the same level back then. You had to go down.
Yeah, you had to go down, or you had to sit a whole year.
Yeah, and
if you transferred down, you could play. But if you transferred,
well, that shit just now changed though. Where now you can transfer.
That year would hurt you then.
And you could do whatever you want now in college.
That year would hurt you though, bro.
Yeah.
But Coach K, man, he was innovative. Our defensive coordinator, Coach Dodge, I still talk to him to this day.
Yeah.
He's a high school coach up in Colorado now.
Gotcha.
But and he's actually in the Colorado High School Hall of Fame. He won like 3 or 4 state championships now, I think. But I talk to him all the time. They were so innovative, bro, with the coverages and shit. We was running 2-man. We would run quarters on one side with a cover 3 on the backside, depending on the formation. We did a lot of innovative things.
Yeah.
That's why the shit that y'all learned growing up, y'all were so advanced when you got to high school that coaches didn't have to teach y'all a lot of that shit. Because I basically brought my college defense to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, going through that process, you go to Bethany, you have a good a legendary 4-year career, I'm pretty sure with 20 interceptions in 4 years, you probably top 5 at your school.
Yeah, there's a lot of records that I don't know if the shuttle record that I put up ever got broke. Because we used to have to run this shuttle record. It was like a 60-yard shuttle 5 times. And we had to run that bitch in under 35 seconds. The first year I ran that bitch, I thought I was going to embarrass my parents. I almost passed out, bro. Because you get 1 minute to rest in between. You run them 5.
Yeah, that was the Devin phase.
You walk back. Yeah. And I ran back. And I said, I was not prepared. I did not prepare myself physically.
You know, you took advantage of it. Like, nigga, I can do all this extra
I was
shit.
still
Just go
doing
do this shit.
all the shit I was doing in high school, drinking 40s and, you know,
crazy.
chasing girls, all that shit I did
drinking
before I
a
went to
40
college.
is
Drinking
fucking insane. Like,
Oh, yeah. So
Y'all was wild for them hoes.
like a 40?
A 40 ounce.
Like-
Like, I got to the point I could drink 3 of them junks in college.
You ever seen a 40 in person?
Yes, nigga.
Like, yo, that amount of alcohol, not even alcohol, that amount
That
of
was
horse
malt.
piss.
That was malt liquor.
Not
That
bad.
was
That
not
shit
no
was-
healthy alcohol.
That shit was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Shit, that's how
facts.
y'all had for real.
Facts.
Or MD?
Hey,
Y'all call it
I
Mad Dog.
I ain't drink that Mad Dog, bro.
That
I
shit
ain't drink
fire.
that Schlitz malt liquor full, the OE, and them St. Ives. Them was all 3, bro. You drink that 40
That's
ounce.
why them niggas was big.
Yeah, them niggas was doing everything.
Yeah, facts.
You drink them 40 ounces, bro.
But yeah, you had that career, and then this is also a lesson I'm getting from it. You went to an NAIA, and you got a pro look. Like, you
Facts.
combine in Indianapolis, like y'all seeing on TV right now.
Yep.
I mean, like, you got the actual look like a normal Division I player would.
Yep.
So that process, like, did you? I know you didn't feel pressure. That's a bad question, but what was it like going into that? Like, and you can name the same 2 players you always name. Those are highly named people.
Troy
know.
Vincent, Bobby Taylor.
Yeah, 2 guys that played for Philadelphia, correct?
They all pro corners.
Yeah.
But, you know, who was in there? And then Larry Brown was in there.
How big were you at this time? Throughout college, you grew, right? You were my size going into
In
college,
college.
and then you left his size, like
Yeah.
height-wise.
Yes. I went in there about 5'9". I came out like 6'1.5", and I was like 200 pounds. I got there like 160.
That's
But I
fucking
came
insane.
home my freshman year for Christmas, and I was probably about 6 foot, and I was probably about 175, 180.
Think of that transition, bro.
Bro, my clothes didn't fit. My
Damn.
clothes didn't fit.
I kind
That shit
of.
was
That's what
flooded.
kind of happened to me too, though.
Yeah, my clothes.
I just didn't get bigger, but I
Man,
definitely
that shit
got a
happened
lot.
to me from about 7th grade to 9th grade. Nigga been the same height since about 19th grade, man.
Yeah, no, but in that off season, Newsom came in January, man, and him and Peter, because my freshman year I ended up playing a lot. You know, I was returning kicks and playing nickel. But I played free safety my first year. That's how I tore my damn shoulder. Had no business back there playing.
Nigga 5'9", 1'6", trying to hit niggas like
man, them tight
end.
ends. We were covering tight ends, so you had to cover the pop pass. He going up the seam, all that shit.
Excuse me, yeah.
You hitting them big old mugs, bro.
Nigga shoulders toe
Toe up, bro.
That's why all them niggas wearing shock pads back then.
Yep.
up. Facts. You had to.
But Newsom came, man, and I give him all the credit in the world for being my big bro because I was still wild. I was not mature. I ain't see no class early on. None of that. I was just playing football. And he gave me, you know, some direction on that weight room, him and Peter Lewis. Peter was getting ready to try out for, what's the Canadian team? Not Toronto, it's another one. They green and yellow. I can't think of the name.
Oh, the receiver coach played for Buddy. The Eskimos.
Yeah,
the Eskimos.
that's who Warren Moon played
Yeah,
for.
the Eskimos.
He won like 7 Grey
Facts.
Cups over there.
Yeah.
But the Edmonton Eskimos, I
Yep.
think is who it was.
Yep.
So Peter was getting ready to try out for them. So me and him and Newsom both played running back.
Okay.
So them boys got me in the weight room, man, in the off season. I really started hitting them weights. And I just developed. When I came back that next year, my sophomore year, I was 185. I still played free though.
Yeah.
That's
Earlier?
My sophomore. No, I played the whole year my sophomore year.
Oh, damn.
That's when I got all the interceptions.
Yeah.
But I played free that year.
Yeah.
But I was ready then though. We
Yeah.
played Air Force.
Yeah.
I was ready.
Yeah.
That's the one I took to the crib that y'all seen on the video.
Yeah.
I looked small on that video,
But
but
you
I was
were
about
bigger.
180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
180, 185.
Y'all size wasn't really given a chance like on tape because like how big everything was.
Yes.
Like,
How big and just
the grainy.
the graininess
Yeah,
of the
our
video.
linebacker 6'3", 6'4", 230.
Yeah.
Mike Conley crazy. He fought in tough man. Ty Hendricks was 6'4", 6'5".
I feel like he was the best player on your defense.
Ty
What number was he?
44.
Yeah.
Bad
Hell
boy.
yeah.
Bad boy.
Hell yeah.
That
Bad
nigga was
boy.
making a bunch of tackles.
Nah, that
Bad
nigga made
boy.
every
Anything you can
every
think he
play
did.
I saw.
But he wasn't the best player on the defense.
Who was the best player on defense?
Kevin Matherly, number 99, the defensive tackle, All-American. He coached at Crazy. He coached at HBCU. He coached Hampton at
A
one
white
time.
man?
Yeah, he coached at Hampton University at one time.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
feel like that should be
Hey.
illegal.
Side note. So we was looking at HBCU, and my wife asked, like, we were watching the combine, the HBCU combine. She was like, she saw white boys running. And she was like, white boys go to HBCU? I was like, yeah, it's just not a lot. So I had to be corrected. If you go back, besides Jackson State with all the hype and the clout that just happened with Dion, do you know that more, scholarship-wise, there are more white kids on scholarship in 2024 than there is black kids in HBCUs?
That's crazy.
Yo, that's...
It's like a reverse minority thing.
Yeah. Because all the black kids going to Tennessee, Mississippi.
Yeah. They don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But people don't realize, if you go look at the Hall of Fame, there's so many guys.
It's a lot of HBCU
Well, I
guys.
just
Me
had a
and Joe
conversation with
Green,
him.
Tennessee State.
I mean,
Walter Payton.
Jerry
Walter
Rice.
Payton, Jerry Rice. It was some dudes, man.
Yeah.
Some dudes. But I look at college, man. I was really lucky because my first secondary coach was Jim Jeffcoat's brother.
Wow.
Yeah, he was really hard on me, bro. I wanted to fight that dude
Yeah.
because that's where I learned the whole. If a coach stay on your ass, he fuck with you. He think you got something. If he
Yeah.
don't say something to you,
He don't think much
he
of
don't
you.
think much of you.
Say it again for the kids in the back.
Bro, if a coach stay on your ass, he think you got something. If he don't say nothing to you,
Yeah.
you need to worry. You need to worry. To this day, I use that with my people that work for me. That same phrase, I do with them. Same thing.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like, with y'all, and then it trickle down to our era. Like, I always say, like, I will speak for my era. But, like, my era is, like, the last stint of y'all. Like,
Yeah.
it was, like I got to see real football. Like,
but
the
it
no
wasn't
rules, like...
The social media
Yeah.
shit.
Well, I didn't have... We got to think. My
Yeah.
era didn't have...
Well,
his either. Like, our eras didn't have...
we
It was
didn't-
just becoming a thing.
I was about to say
were about to be
I don't
adults.
think I had social media until what 6th, 7th grade.
And that was 2013.
I mean,
bro.
Facebook was a
Y'all niggas used to come
thing.
on my computer, be on that fucking MySpace.
Fact.
And
MySpace wasn't social media though. For
Niggas
real.
trying to figure out what song and
What song in the background.
Song every other fucking day and shit.
Well, MySpace was more like a what y'all called y'all shit where you email back and forth and shit. What was that shit called? Like where you had like a date or whatever you met and it was called like you email back and forth.
Shit, I don't know. What
I can't think of what it's called, but it's
Our shit was really just status updates. You knew what the nigga was going through and what he was on when
it
he
was
put
really
that.
like niggas like portfolios. Type
Yeah.
shit.
It, nigga, but like once
a
you
message board.
like,
Yeah,
if I'm
there
being
we go.
honest,
That's the word I was
Facebook was really like the first official like
and
social
it started
media.
off as a business.
Yeah,
And like if you watch the movie, it's really a business page.
Yep.
it started off as that, but that was, at least for me, that was the first social media. It was that, and then Instagram came along.
Instagram came out
But
in
what
2013.
Instagram ruined the world, bro. Because once Instagram came out, social media blew up
Well,
crazy,
that's when niggas
bro.
started taking
Twitter was
pictures of
crazy, too.
themselves.
That's what, well,
Twitter came after,
Twitter
like,
was
Twitter wasn't
after.
popping until I got to
don't know.
college.
I'm 53. Social media been around. I don't know. I may have taken one selfie, bro.
Oh yeah, once Instagram came out, that's when niggas got in that mirror.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like
Bro,
this.
you know, this the sexy motherfucker.
No, but
that-
this ain't it though.
This
I'm
the
gonna take
sexy
you back.
motherfucker over here.
So we had touchscreen phones. We didn't. I'm talking about like in our era, it was just a flip phone with a camera on that bitch. No
Yeah.
screenshot, no none of that shit.
Yeah,
And you had no social media. So what you sent was when you took a selfie, you was sending that shit to joints.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was just an individual.
Yeah.
Now you can do it. Thousands of people can see the shit.
Yeah.
That's why the world fucked up today.
Right.
But you know, I ain't.
We ain't gonna, we ain't gonna get into that because that's
I ain't gonna go to
nigga,
that.
we'll
But
be-
this will probably be the saddest part of the fucking thing, and then we'll move on. It's not sad for me, but for you, bro. You go through the process. Went through the grind being younger, coming out of Alabama, moving to Texas. You living in Garland, doing whatever. Good things, bad things. You didn't go to the school that you wanted to go to. You ended up making noise at the school you went to. Then you get a chance at the combine, and then you shatter your fucking ankle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was playing basketball in the backyard at my parents' house and hurt my foot. And it just kind of messed everything up, bro. It was one of them things where if I had it to do all over again, I would have done it a little different.
yeah.
But
So that was our question later. Like your biggest regret, I'm sure that one.
yeah,
that one was
that's
it.
probably the
That has
biggest
to be the
one,
one, yeah.
because you have to think that team that I would have been playing on won Super Bowls. I got the Super Bowl ball from '95 in the
So
house.
say it like this for people to know. Like the year you would have got drafted, y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all beat the Steelers. Cowboys beat the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking it up today. If people know Larry Brown played corner he was on the other side of Dion. Did he win MVP or the defensive MVP?
He won the
defensive MVP.
He won the
only
MVP.
reason the only reason Larry Brown played on that team is because Pops got hurt.
Yeah, I don't.
So watching that Super Bowl, because I know you're a Cowboy fan, watching that.
I remember where we were at. I think you were like a year old.
Yeah.
We was at a friend of mine because I was working at EDS by then.
Yeah.
We was at my friend Georgina's house watching that game. And bro, I couldn't watch the rest of that. Just because I knew that should have been been me out there.
So what was the mental capacity like? Like you break your shit, are you still optimistic or nigga, I'm coming from an NAIA?
I knew it was done.
So what's the mental capacity like after going through that? Like boom, like now did it set in immediately? Were you like soaking like this shit over, or did you try to look at Canadian leagues, arena leagues, or like fuck now it's time to get a job?
No, I knew I was done, bro.
Because I was born shortly after that.
I didn't have it in me to go through all the shit I would have had to do to get back out there.
Yeah.
So it's like
I never knew that.
It's like a horse, bro. You know, you got a race horse that's used to racing, and if he break his foot, he's never gonna be the same.
That's a fact.
He's never gonna be the same. And normally horses like that they put down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was one of them things where I was like, bro, I was coming off of it. It was so funny when all that shit happened. A few months later, I met your mom.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch football, bro. I didn't watch football. I was wilding, though. I was wilding.
No, sure.
When I got back to school right at the end, bro.
Hold the fuck on. So you did the combine, had to go back to Bethany?
I had to go back to school to graduate.
And you was hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what time it was. Taking football over? I'm still on campus?
Yeah, bro. And I had to take 20 hours to graduate because I fucked around.
So you had to finish that off.
And my daddy told me, you got 4 years, bro, to get this done.
Yeah. And you started off kind of with a
1.18 that first semester, bro.
Fuck, I topped you, nigga. I think I had a 1.3 my first semester. And I redshirted. That's why I did it.
I had a 1. You was better than me. I had a 1.18 because I wasn't doing nothing, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing nothing. And then that year I had to go back. And so it was like, that bullshit was over, but I was so close to graduation. And shout out to my boys, though, man, because they took care of me. You know, B-Made's smart as hell. He was computer science.
Yeah.
And that was the one thing we did, man. Whichever your major was, because I went to a liberal arts school, so you had to take everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you had to take a little bit of everything. So even if it wasn't in your major, it was in somebody's major.
Facts. And it was an elective.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you had to have them credits to graduate. Facts. But, man, let me say this. To kids in college that's really serious about graduating. Know your fucking graduation plan, bro.
No, facts, nigga.
Because them counselors are not necessarily there to help you. The longer you stay, the more money that fucking school
And I'm going to piggyback that. Know your degree plan, but also know if you watch this Christmas, it's a gym. Every time you switch a major, 90% of the degree plans start over. And it's prerequisites.
Yep.
If you get a C or lower, you ain't know. And this is why I ain't graduated yet. This is a fact. I had like 3 or 4 C's on some core electives I was supposed to do. I got to take them bitches again to get an A or a B in them shit.
Yeah. See, that's
so I have more hours than I thought.
Ours was if you got a D, you had to retake it. As long as you got a C.
Nah.
See, when I transferred, that's what happened. Cause like at Eastern, I transferred junior year. I could have graduated at Eastern.
Yeah.
My junior year, first semester. Cause I was taking summer classes. Nigga, when I went to Rogers,
that's it.
Nigga, that's
you same major?
Same major. But think about it. I took 18 hours my first semester at Rogers. Because remember, I didn't know it was the COVID year. We didn't know that we were going to get that year back
yet. You took 18 hours your first year at Rogers or your first year
My first semester. I had
college?
6 classes. At Rogers
Nah,
though.
you a fucking
So I
beast,
took
nigga.
18 hours.
18 hours your first semester? Hell
No, not my freshman.
No,
At Rogers when I
okay.
transferred my
I thought you talking
freshman
about your
year.
first semester as a...
My first semester I'm 12 hours. Four classes.
No, did you hear what I said? I had my senior year to graduate.
1.1.
No, I had 20 hours to graduate.
So Devontae, that's what
5
that's.
classes, essentially.
It's like I had.
I think
So you were taking labs.
7. That's
You had
7.
labs.
Yeah.
Because labs count
Yeah,
as
like
2.
7.
So 6 classes in the lab.
Yep.
So that's how mine was. Because I only had to
And
take
y'all
one
wasn't doing
science.
online shit. Your ass...
You was fucking online.
You was
I'm
you was
saying,
in
though,
class.
But
In
you ain't had
class.
shit to do, though.
Man, hell no.
You had the combine. But you could have been ignorant, though. Like, I'm going to give you your flowers because knowing you were about to go to the combine come after the second semester start.
Yes.
And you was like, fuck it, I'm going to take these
You
20
could-
but I know I get... You
I'm
could have
going
not
to
went
the
back
league.
to school.
Yeah, but see, before I got the combine, I was thinking about graduating.
Yeah.
You know, because I had put so much into it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I started out as an accounting major. Man, I got them first class. I was like, I'm gonna hell out of this. I'm gonna do finance, my nigga.
Bro, that
I'ma
shit.
Still,
Bro,
you
let me-
saying...
Finance is a tough, bro.
No, but dig this though. I took accounting in high school, got A's in that shit.
Yeah.
Took 3 years of accounting in high school.
Yeah.
I get to college my freshman year, nigga, and everything that I learned in the first 3 years is chapter 1 in the book in college. 3 years of
And
high
they
school
weren't
was
even
chapter 1.
technology. Like, they shit from
So-
textbooks.
So
No,
like
you're writing it out, bro.
You're really writing notes. You're really studying
was y'all
notes.
doing the projector shit then, or it was kind of
Yeah,
more
they-
just verbal
They was doing
lectures?
projectors, but I ain't know nothing about them lectures, man. My mom and them had bought me a recorder. You supposed to record. Man, I wasn't going back listening to that
Man,
shit,
all
bro.
college is what you got now.
See,
It's
and
discipline. That's
and
really
bro.
all
This
it
is,
is.
but I tell people that shit all the time. College has nothing to do with how smart you are. It's about how much you're gonna apply.
Yeah.
Cause like, bro, the class I passed my last semester
Yeah.
to graduate, the one class I took my last semester, I had 6 hours my last semester of college. Nigga, I took that class the year before. Nigga, I didn't pass one assignment on that bitch. 'Cause I was like, bro, man, this nigga gonna pass me for real.
Yeah.
Like, that nigga, that man looked at me and said, Devin, if you don't turn your shit in, I'm not passing you. Man, that last semester, nigga, I actually put in effort. Nigga, I gotta end that shit. I asked Pops, I called Pops damn near to, hey, Pops, we graduated, nigga.
Yeah,
I was so
with it.
fucking happy, bro, because it's like,
I never knew if I was smart in college. You want to know the problem? This was my issue.
nigga was just getting by for real.
It wasn't even getting by. Like, I just genuinely, and this for... Presence is the main key in college.
Yeah. Be there.
I just wasn't going.
Yeah, just be
Showing
there.
up.
Like, there were days, bro, we would have games, and I wouldn't go to class.
And
all
the
fucking day.
thing is, it's like, especially being an athlete,
Yeah.
them teachers, like, they're coming to those games. They know your face. You're a good player. So when you come to class, the first thing they're thinking is,
Not in Midwestern. I'm gonna say this from the Midwest. We had a lot of geeks
yeah.
as professors. Like, we had a lot of guys that didn't make the team as professors at Midwestern. So, and I will say this, I'm not bashing your school, but Midwestern State is a hard-ass school. You can ask anybody. Like,
Yeah,
it's hard
it
as
is,
fuck
though.
to
They big
graduate.
on nursing
Shout out
and stuff.
Dr. Phil.
It is.
Dr.
Dr.
Phil
Phil went there.
graduated from
Dr.
Midwestern.
Phil graduated in the major that I graduated
Yeah,
in.
like, Midwestern State is tough, and they take it serious there.
Mm-hmm.
They take it like, athletes are like the third priority.
Yeah.
There for real. You got nursing students second, and then you just got
Which is
the
crazy
overall
because
academic.
Midwestern
Well,
sports
dig
has
this.
so much history,
Yeah.
though.
Dig this. My school is known as the Harvard of the Midwest.
That's sick. Hell.
Well, I'm glad I ain't
Well,
go
you
to
said
neither.
liberal arts though.
I'm glad I ain't go to neither schools y'all went to, nigga. My
Crazy
shit was
thing
smooth
is-
sailing.
yeah.
No, the crazy thing is, our business school was crazy.
Ours
To
was, so I
graduate-
think
to graduate
nursing
out
and
of there,
business at our school is.
You never had to worry about getting a job.
Mm.
You know, but shit, that was the hardest semester of my life, bro. I got down there and I was in this fucking accelerated ass English class that you had to take.
Yeah.
And it was the senior English. You had to take it to
Nigga writing hella papers.
hella papers.
You probably
gotta
had
read
like a
Hella
dissertation
books.
type deal.
all that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but I was going in there getting tutoring. I was going to the little study session with them English majors.
Yeah,
and shit.
facts.
I ain't understand none of that shit they was
Nah,
talking
you
about.
a real ass dude for that though. Coming back from the combine, or not the combine, coming back, you broke your ankle. You probably walking around in crutches or a boot or something.
I had a small little boot on.
Yo, and then having to get your mindset and then shift it to I ain't making millions. Now I gotta go get a fucking job. And then I'm born soon after.
Like a year later?
Soon after.
Yep.
So, to be honest, as your son, well, shit, thank God you had a plan. Like
Facts. No, for real.
I don't
though.
even know if that was the plan. Like genuinely,
Bro,
I'll say that if you would have got drafted in April, would you have graduated?
I don't know.
That's what, like
I
you
don't
get
know.
drafted to the Cowboys in the
I don't know.
'90s. Do you graduate?
I don't know. I don't know. My mom and my dad was big on that, so
You probably
to
would have.
make what, make sure they happy. And I tell my mom and this all the time, man, and they kind of look at me crazy now. I was smart. School was easy. I didn't give a fuck about school, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted to play football.
Football.
Facts.
Football is what changed me and made me the person that I am. Because young, I was a little hooligan. I would fight. I would do all that, but I was really quiet.
Yeah.
But football opened me up in a way that people don't understand. And I argue with people about that all the time, about people saying athletes is spoiled. They this, they
Jocks.
that.
Jocks.
But people don't understand what that locker room do for you, homie. I was talking to my homeboys about this. Me, shout out KP. He was a college athlete. His son played with Devin in high school. But me and him was talking about that. When you lose that locker room and you don't have it no more,
That shit changed
it's like walking aimlessly in the wilderness, bro. That locker room does some different shit for you.
Well, it's so bad for me. I'm gonna talk for me because I think we got the same passion you have. And to be honest, I would even deep down inside where I might have more at times. Like when I watch movies or whatever with him, like I don't cry, but like it's more like that shit fueling. You know what I'm saying? Like my hair standing up on my arms. Like when you feel that, like long shots, even the Snoop Dogg movie.
Yep.
Like when they finally got it and they were coming together, like that shit turned me up. Not like I want to go play again, but like you remember that feeling, you all trying to get that common goal, and we've all been on championship teams where when y'all finally look at each other and y'all like, nigga, we know where to go.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, when you there's a picture, and I think Coach K has it, and me and Newsom used to have it. It's somewhere. But my sophomore year, my freshman year, it wasn't the same because I played, and we lost by 2 on a safety, 2-0.
Damn.
To St. Mary's.
Yeah.
So we didn't win the conference.
The St. Mary's in San Antonio?
No, it's St. Mary's in Kansas.
Okay.
We lose 2-0. So that kept us from winning the conference championship. So that next class, bro, when they brought B. Mays in, Keith, y'all Uncle Keith, Newsom, they all in the same recruiting class.
So y'all had one where y'all brought in, like we put us together, it's ready to go. Yeah.
Because we used to beat the shit out of St. Mary's.
Yeah.
They went and got a bunch of JUCO transfers and D1 transfers.
That's what you're supposed
That's how they beat us.
And then y'all came back and did the same shit.
And then we came back. We got Newsom out of JUCO. Keith transferred from the Air Force Academy. Yeah. We got B. Mays out of high school, and we picked up a couple other dudes.
Yeah.
And bruh,
we
was
That's when
different.
niggas took off.
Yeah.
We was different, bruh.
Yeah.
We was different that next year. I used to, whenever they got on offense, I never sat down.
Because you wanted to watch that shit.
When they tossed Newsom that motherfucker, in the eye they tossed him that pitch, you know he was finna get busy.
Yeah.
You knew he was finna get busy. So it was must see TV, nigga. You couldn't sit down. And then you get Keith little skinny ass and he gonna run that over route on them niggas.
Hey, what's crazy?
Outrun everybody.
Like B. Mays was like CD. Slower.
I'm gonna tell you who B. Mays was. Brandon Ayuk.
That's a good one.
Same number. Body type, everything. Brandon Ayuk.
And then Uncle Keith with Tyree Hill, Waddle.
Yeah,
that nigga.
Yeah, just take off and run. Just take the top off the coverage. Just take the top.
Nah, because I remember seeing his tape, bro. He caught that bitch, it's quiet.
Caught that little middle screen.
It's quiet.
Yeah, it's over.
It's quiet.
It's over. It's crazy how I remember all them plays.
Well, that's how it go, though.
But you know, back then in that day, it was all about the eye back. And Newsom was the consummate fullback in the middle. Toss it to him on the sweep, and then he was gonna get busy.
Yeah,
he was gonna get busy. So
now, hey, we got the Q&A segment.
The Q&A segment.
Okay. We spinning them off.
Okay.
You can start here first.
Top 5 NBA players all time.
Go in order. Don't give me no wholesome answer. Your top 5.
I'm gonna tell you real shit.
Cause you was able to see all these errors.
Number 1, Jordan. Y'all know that about me.
Facts.
That's number 1. Number 2, Magic Johnson. Number 3, LeBron James. Number 4, Kobe.
Okay.
And number 5, Kareem.
Okay.
Shaq 5A. You can't disagree with that. If you put
Shaq
Kareem in,
is-
I think you gotta put Shaq. That's my rule. I'm the
What is your top? That's his top 5. What's yours?
top 5 of all time.
Yeah, in order.
All right. Fuck me. 5 Magic, 4 Kareem, 3 Shaq, Kobe 2, and then Mike LeBron is 1. Y'all know where I stand
Yeah.
at.
Yep.
The one's not better than, in my opinion, one's not better than the I just think they had the same impact, in my opinion.
Yep.
It's just different.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just different. They're 2 different guys, 2 different
And
eras.
the crazy thing, you
You-
know who my 6 would be though?
What was that?
Would be Larry Bird.
Over like Steph Curry in there? For real?
His impact, man. His impact.
He changed the game for
Especially
white
him
men,
being a
though.
white boy.
He changed the game for white
But-
boys,
but
for sure.
Anybody.
Yeah.
I hated Larry Bird because I was a Magic Johnson and Dr. J fan.
Larry Bird, if you look at stats wise,
But in that era,
Larry Bird was the best. Hey, I hate to say this to the black community.
no, tell the truth.
Larry Bird was a better basketball player than Magic Johnson in that era, bro. For real though, I think so.
If we're talking about overall, because he could shoot better.
Yes.
Now,
But
Magic
I'ma
just
tell you
changed the game
I'ma
from
tell you
a
difference.
size and just skill
I'ma tell you
passing the
difference.
basketball
For
standpoint.
winning, it's a difference in them. Magic won more. Magic got his ass in college.
yeah,
That's true.
Rookie year, got his ass.
yeah.
People don't understand. Magic played fucking center because Kareem was hurt that
And won
first year as a
MVP.
rookie.
And won the
Won
Finals
the
MVP.
championship and Finals MVP.
Well,
he was a
it
bad
just
boy,
sucks
man.
because he only beat Larry once, twice. Out of the 5, he only beat him twice. He beat Dr. J a couple times,
He beat Doc once.
and he beat
I
the
wanna
Milwaukee
say
Bucks.
he beat-
No, not the Bucks. It was
No.
76ers and
It was the Rockets.
The
No,
Rock-
the Rockets was in the West.
it was another East team. They only beat Boston one or
No,
two
he beat
times.
He beat them twice.
He beat
Because they
Boston
played like
twice.
4 years in a row.
Kareem remember the first game he got hurt, he didn't even play. The second time they was talking about how Kareem need to retire, and that nigga took over the series.
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
But now, like Larry didn't beat Magic. When you really think about it, I think he beat Magic one time.
Yeah.
When they played against
Yeah,
each
he only
other.
beat him in the finals one
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I think Magic beat him 3 times. I think.
What's your 5, Dale?
Bron
Ron 1?
1, Mike 2, Kobe 3, Shaq 4.
Come on, man. You gonna say Steph or KD?
Yeah, Steph 5 for me, bro.
That nigga gave no old cats.
I ain't see them niggas, bro. Like
That's
I,
real though.
I feel you.
Nah,
Your
and
five is your
I
five.
respect them, bro. I respect Magic. I respect, but I
I
just
played point though, so
I just
think-
feel like the skill is so much more advanced now.
I would
I think-
tell you that, but there's shit that they've done there to make the game easier for niggas.
No, for sure. And I think back then the focus was more on like winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like a lot of these niggas is building business.
Right.
A lot of these niggas is building empire. A lot of these niggas they're trying to win too.
Brother, on
But
the-
it's not like the only like back then niggas wasn't like niggas had like Magic had Converse. Mike was really the first nigga to be like, okay, I'ma
changed the game.
getting commercials and do shit.
changed
Like
the
niggas wasn't doing that before,
He
bro.
was- What's the word? He was polarizing.
He transcended the sport of
I
basketball.
think Shannon Sharp said it about him. Uncle Shay, he loved LeBron. But the one thing he said about Michael Jordan when he met him, there was this aura, like this glow around
Last
him. Like
Dragon type
Like
shit.
he was different.
He just
Like his skin looked different.
he
like
changed
everything
Well, I'm
changed
not gonna
different.
lie. I haven't seen Michael Jordan in person, but I got the ability to see. I've seen Melo, Rasheed Wallace, Jermaine O'Neal, and LeBron. Seen Jermaine O'Neal. He's a fucking avatar. Seen him, right?
Yeah.
Jermaine O'Neal. I seen Rasheed, avatar. I saw Melo. That motherfucker's an avatar. I saw LeBron, bro, when we played against his son. We beat the shit out of him. But I saw him, bro, and I'm pretty sure the same thing about. Like you see him on TV majority of the time, so you don't think them niggas real when you like when I saw that nigga, I'm like, fuck.
That's LeBron.
That
Yeah.
nigga, like, we got the same skin complexion, but his shit look a lot different than mine.
Yeah.
Like, it just look different. You know what I'm saying? I see John Morant, they look different.
Yeah.
Them type of
But
cats
them
look
but them
different.
niggas also eating different. They living different. So
Yeah,
it's just
Yeah.
it's a little different.
All right, you played corner, top 5 cornerbacks of all time.
I know who your one is, but other than that, I really don't know.
Everybody know who one is. So one is definitely.
I think I
Time.
know who his 1 and 2.
So time, bro. Everything I did,
He
I
was
mirrored him.
he was to football really what
He really made corners make money. In the
he
NFL.
was.
He was Floyd before Floyd. Like if I had to
Facts
compare him,
though.
he was
That's
Floyd
that's a
before
good
Floyd.
comparison.
He knew his
number 2
worth.
in college.
Yeah.
It's why I wore number 2 in college.
Yeah.
I was number 10 all my life in football except for 1 year, 35. In my sophomore year, I was like, I want to be that dude.
And what's crazy, y'all aren't that far apart in age, so that's
Yeah.
how polarizing he was.
Yeah.
Like time.
Y'all were
Still
at
is.
the same time, weren't y'all not?
Yeah, he
was a senior when you were
He was
younger.
a senior when I was a junior in high school, I think, at Florida
Oh,
State.
okay.
But time was so different, bro. Is that people don't realize time was Mr. Basketball,
Or Florida.
He said he was going to play basketball. Really?
Mr. Baseball. I mean, he was everything. He won
Track.
state championship in track. He was a stupid athletic.
He won a state championship in 4 sports.
Yes, he was stupid athletic.
Yeah.
So time is number 1.
I know
Charles
who
Woodson is number
I
2.
know who
Okay.
number 2
Oh, I
was.
didn't think about Charles.
I knew who number 2
But
was.
Charles was the first one that would go in that slot.
And play corner
He's
in
the
the
most
slot.
versatile defensive player
Yes,
of all
he
time.
is. He could go in that
Like,
slot.
I give it
He
to
could
him.
play
He's
for
the
free.
most versatile fucking
Yeah.
defensive
I
player
give
of
him
all
that
time.
too.
So
Because
you put
going
him
in
anywhere.
that slot is not easy.
And he,
Fuck that.
I wanted no parts.
he
of it.
finished his career playing free safety, too.
It ain't even that. Charles Woodson could play running back, receiver,
No,
quarterback.
facts, though. He
Like,
could.
You know what I'm saying?
he
Like
was
he
crazy
was,
like
he
that.
was one of
He
those
was
cats who
crazy.
was
He
just
was crazy.
born different.
Yeah, he was
All right, so
crazy
that's
like
2. Who you got?
that.
Don't give me about stats because Rod Woodson is easy to go with stats.
Like-
I know
Rod
that.
Woodson
That's
guy,
what I'm
bro.
saying. So you
I
got
wasn't
those
a Rod
2.
Woodson guy. He was more stiff, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I look at, you know, me with corner. I look at technique, all kinds
Those
of
2 are
things.
more similar to your size and
Yeah,
swagger
yeah.
too, though.
And then number 3 is Darrell.
Facts. That
Facts.
nigga's
Darrell.
tough.
I'm shocked you said that.
Yeah. No. Darrell was a real
No,
dog.
that's a good one. Them the
He
top
was a
3.
real
Yeah.
dog. I watched Darrell take Randy out of a game before.
Yeah.
My only thing with Darrell, he's top 5. But that nigga legitimately had like 4 elite years.
Yeah.
The rest, them other 2 niggas played for 10 years and was
I'll
really
say
good
this
for
too.
the
It's rare you get a lockdown corner on one side and have an all-pro on the other side. That's
He
rare.
did have
Antonio Cromartie was an
Yeah,
all-pro
Cromartie-
at that time.
Cromartie was-
But I don't want to take
Y'all
that.
got to go look at Cromartie. Go look
Chargers.
at Cromartie. No, not at the Chargers. At Florida State. Go watch him. Go watch his highlights at Florida State.
I didn't realize he went to Florida.
Me
Yes,
neither.
go watch him at Florida State.
Damn.
He's a fucking freak.
Yeah.
Nigga arms this long.
See,
He's a
that's what
freak,
that.
bro.
Well, he
that
changed. I think he changed the prototype of corners. It was your size, 6'6'1", about
Yeah.
200 pounds. That nigga 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
Like before Sherman, and he
Yeah.
was fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cromartie was returning punts.
Yep.
So you got Revis at 3. Who your last 2?
My last 2, man, I like Sherm a lot, bro.
Sherm was good.
I like Sherm a lot. He was more zone corner. He wouldn't travel and all of that. But I like Sherm a lot.
He had good
I
technique.
think I know your last one. I don't want to say it. I'm going to let you say it first, but I'm going to be shocked if you don't say it.
It's hard, bro. That last one is hard because y'all hear me fuss about Champ a lot.
Yeah.
But he
Champ
was.
was a cluer, but he made plays on the ball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you another one y'all probably surprised about. Rondé Barber was tough. He's a cover 2 corner, but he got his hands on the ball. But you know who my number 5 is? Y'all may be surprised. My number 5 is Zont.
Sante Samuel.
Yeah.
I was surprised you didn't say Aeneas Williams.
No, I thought you were going to say Ty Law.
Oh.
Ty Law was tough.
I thought you were going to say
Asante went
Zont got
got
his
he
hands
went and
on
got
the
that
ball.
ball. That's the only thing.
Zont got his hands
He
on
did
the
go.
ball.
He went and got that ball though.
He was on the other side of Ty Law.
That's true.
Yeah, Rodney.
That defense was crazy. That defense was crazy.
But Zont got his hands on that ball, bro.
Man, Zont.
But Ty Law, you know why I love Ty Law and Ty Law would be 6? I like Zont because Zont got his hands on the ball. And if you get your hands on the ball, it changes the game.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It changes the game.
And when you hear him
But
talk
I'm
about it, it makes you change your perspective on the player he is,
Yes.
and why his son is how good he is.
Exactly.
Also,
He literally knew, like, I play corner. It's my job to take the ball from the offense and don't let my guy catch the ball.
Exactly.
Like he had a basketball mindset,
Yeah.
kind of.
Exactly.
Like he had a basketball mindset.
like he didn't think
football.
he didn't
That nigga wasn't tackling.
Yeah, he wasn't
doing
trying to.
none
He
of
wasn't
that
trying
shit.
to do.
But Ty Law was the one. He played trap coverage better than any corner I've ever seen.
Well, he got paid in every year.
But he
Facts.
because he would set you up in that cover 2 where you really thought he was carrying the receiver up the
But
field.
he'll sit.
But he'll sit on your ass
Yeah.
halfway. And he'll make you think that fucking out route is
And
going
his
to be open.
size is deceptive.
My other question about cornerbacks is
He's a Michigan guy.
today in today's league, like, who do you think? I don't want to do top 5, but like, who do you
Top
think
3.
is the best top 3? Like, because a lot of this shit, you know, they be,
Or better
they,
yet,
they
A
be
lot of this shit is fake, bro.
No,
Yeah, like,
compare
you know what I'm
yours-
saying?
No, like compared to you. Like how you play
like
corner.
what
Name
were
a corner.
comparisons that's why I was trying to get to, like, to you.
I was super physical at the line of scrimmage. So that was my shit. So Time was that way. I watched Time one night at a game when they played Minnesota, and I watched that nigga jam motherfucking Chris Carter all the way to the Gatorade. That
You
shit
don't realize
impressed
how
me,
big
bro.
that cat is and how strong he is. That
Did
motherfucker
you
just
see the video he just did to Travis Hunter in the hallway?
Facts.
But no, he did another one on Well
On 8
Done. Shout out
toes.
Bucky. That nigga benching 225.
225.
I'm talking about light, like
Hella
tell me how many
times.
you want me to do?
Hella times.
Yeah.
No, Time was a big dude, man.
Yeah.
Time was a big dude. But his footwork and the way he played and all that, people always say you had to run in breaking routes against him. But Jerry used to do that shit. And you got to think, he played against Jerry and Mike and was
Yeah.
giving them niggas
He
fits.
probably played the best era of receivers, like at
Yes,
one time.
Yes.
I don't know.
Nowadays,
No, and I'm
bro,
just talking about.
Now these niggas, the skill at the receiving
That's the
position
skill,
now,
but I'm
because
talking-
it's a lot of. But if we're talking about all time greats, yes.
I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about like, it's 11 of us on that side, 11 of us. It's 10 versus 10.
Oh yeah, okay. I
It's
see.
one
I
versus one
see
over here.
what you.
Mike,
I see what you're saying.
Ed McCaffrey,
I see
Rob
what you're
Smith.
saying.
Yeah, you
I
got
see what
some
you're
dudes.
saying.
yeah, you got some dudes.
I
bro.
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
But nowadays, bro, probably my favorite three. You know, I love Diggs. Diggs has got a lot of champ in him. He
Shit.
do a lot of cluing and looking at the ball.
He's
He'll
Sherman
take
Champ
risks.
together to
Yeah,
me.
he.
But with their athleticism don't amount up to
but
Trayvon.
the thing-
Trayvon Diggs, that nigga's a
Yeah.
freak
The
athlete,
thing
bro.
is, he get his hands on that football.
I'm gonna tell you
Fact.
what I think you compare to seeing your tape and now, and you might not even think
Yep.
it's gonna be a random AJ Terrell. Like when I see AJ Terrell, see your
He's
tape,
long.
y'all are very
Him
similar.
or Sauce.
So
Sauce.
I would say.
Pops just wasn't as tall as he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I love Sauce.
I think you
'Cause-
Derek Stingley. I got you some Stingley to you too.
Because Sauce will go in the, if he had to go in that slot, he go in there.
Highest graded
But-
corner in football.
Yeah, but
Best
you
in
know
football.
the other dude that I would compare myself to, I just didn't get beat deep as much as he
Jalen.
does is J Ram.
Yeah.
Our style was the same.
Our style is the same.
He's really. People got to remember about J Ram, and it's a random. Like he's really a safety at
He's
heart.
really a safety.
Yeah, he played safety at Florida
Yeah,
State
he's really
until
a
his
safety.
last year, and then he
He's really a
changed.
safety. But
Yeah,
I like
he's a
Sauce.
safety at
I
heart.
like that young boy from Chicago too.
Jalen Johnson, he's tough.
He
That nigga
go-
fake that bag.
If you watch it,
But you know that motherfucker Sneed, man. I don't
yeah,
know what I like
L'Jarius
about
Sneed is tough.
But Sneed is tough.
He's
bro.
fucking 38, so I can't do
Yeah,
it.
like,
And
dude,
Sneed
get a
is
different
tough.
number.
I
You,
can't
they
do
can
it.
wear single
I
digits
like
now
him.
too. Like
I
it's
can't do it.
And I love Ward from the 49ers.
yeah, Travarius Ward, he's good
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I like
I'm gonna
him.
tell you who I did. I was shocked you didn't say Young Cat.
Who was that?
And I think actually y'all body type is probably the same.
Sertan.
Like when I see Sertan, I can
That's-
see
yeah.
Sertan's
y'all.
bigger than me.
Yeah, well he taller.
Yeah, he's big. He's more.
Oh yeah,
muscular
this
than
next one, yeah.
Well, this for the culture.
Yeah.
This for the culture, nigga. Top 5 LE basketball players all time. Now these questions are gonna rev off and you answer.
That question's easy for me.
And then I'm gonna piggyback.
Now,
It's two.
LE basketball players to me, top 5. I'll go in no order. Y'all two are definitely in the top because y'all changed the culture. Y'all changed the culture in LE, and it was something that we worked at for a long time, and it started with Devontae's class. So you and Byron definitely were game changers for this city, bro. They had never seen no shit like that with the team y'all had with Damian.
We
And
were
if-
the
and if we'd have kept, man, my boy, man, if we'd have kept him out of trouble
Yeah.
inside,
Yeah.
Armand, shout out to him wherever
Devon
he at,
too.
man.
Devon
Yeah.
in prison. Shout him
Devon,
out.
them two boys, man, I just couldn't keep them from what they was
just-
into.
Their
bro.
Sometimes
circumstances.
there's not enough room.
Yeah.
Cause you still got to parent your
Yeah.
kids too.
But
you
them
know?
two
Circumstances.
cats, man, I just remember when we went up to Wichita Falls and what they did to Old High. Devon dunked on by 4 dudes.
And Devon was nice,
He was
bro.
nice. He could handle
He
it.
was not. He was real silky. He was really baby
So
mellow
those-
for
no,
real.
Those are guys that people didn't get to see. They didn't get to see them because of their circumstances. But they would have been really good basketball players. But you and Byron definitely.
I think we were the
started it.
closest in this area, right? Because it's still South Dallas. Like when people think of basketball, I think of Kimball's, Lancaster, Duncanville.
Bro.
We were the closest. I will say this, and I'm saying this with every. We were the closest to Bracy Wright and Darren Williams.
If you keep
in this area, in the North
Yeah.
if you
Texas.
keep that 8th grade team together, there's no doubt they have a couple of state appearances.
Well,
If you keep them together and them other boys don't get in trouble,
Yeah.
and you can keep them playing, there's no doubt there's a couple of state championship appearances. And then after that,
by me, Byron,
that
Devin's three, like
middle, them boys dropped the ball, man. They really did, and I don't know what it was. Rest in peace, Coach Siegler. I don't know what it was with their pops and all that
He
stuff
did.
and what went down.
Yeah.
But KT and all them boys really should have been good and should have carried that torch, man.
I was gonna be on varsity.
Now, I hurt my
because-
feelings though, cause I come back as alumni, and I hear Devin told me what happened. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
And
I had a
I don't-
conversation with them cats.
Yeah, and I don't know all the details, but if you add Devin's team to that team that y'all left, they gonna make another run.
Well, if you think about it, when you really look back at it, the team we left, it was only 3 niggas that left.
Yeah,
Four.
but I'm saying
Sean,
that was
me, Byron Jalen.
yeah, but that
Now,
was,
that's
Come on,
90%
that's a
of
lot,
what-
bro. That's a lot. That's y'all
yeah,
best players.
But
Y'all still had Kamal. Y'all had big niggas.
Yeah, they had big dudes, but you bring in depth, his ability to score.
Yeah.
You had money that was gonna add to that. You had Deshaun and them guys that they were bringing up, bro.
Yeah.
That was gonna be ready to roll with that team because Devin and them I think only lost one game their freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they won the district championship. So you and Byron for sure. Then Dep, you know Dep.
RJ's obvious.
To me, and I'll say this, and not because he's my son, but I think he's one of the top 2 players in Little Elm. And that's even over his older brother. I just think Devin was with his ability to score and shit that he did on the court. He just would piss me off because he wouldn't show up all the fucking time. That was the difference between y'all. Devin would have games where he'd be down, and I never saw Devontae do that. But them two, then of course RJ.
This is always the
that's
hard.
Yeah.
Who's 5? Because Javian had his here where he was fucking clamp god, baller's life, all
You
that.
can't sleep on Jalen Bridges either. Bro.
I can't. Jalen, I love you, cuz, and it's no shout, but he was never the main guy.
But
You gotta think he moved.
But I'm finna tell you who my 5 is. It's a tie for me.
Okay.
It's really a tie for me at 5. Fucking TJ Birdie was a fucking bucket. Bro.
Facts.
He was a fucking bucket. And there was a lot of shit you learned from TJ Birdie.
No, that's a
like you
fact.
being a freshman and him being a senior.
No, that's a fact.
But he was a fucking bucket.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Cliff Murphy.
Yeah.
People sleep on Cliff and the
Cliff-
type of
Cliff
athlete
was a
he
I'm
hooper.
gonna be honest, bro. I love Javian. I love you, bro. Jalen Bridges, I love you, bro. Ain't none of you niggas can out hoop Cole Beasley, and I was able to see
I
him.
forget about Cole.
Yeah.
I always forget about Cole.
Before we moved to Lil and we went and watched them niggas play the
At the
college
college.
versus Salton them niggas. And they gave them niggas 40.
Yeah.
That's
I
facts.
forget about Cole. People don't know the athlete that Cole Beasley was in this city.
He's just not the best, and that's humbly saying he's just not the best.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He made it to the league. He's a hell of a football player, hell of a quarterback,
Yeah.
hell of a bat. The boy lettered in damn near everything.
Everything.
he was out here.
Yeah,
But-
I think my 5 would be Jay. That's my dog. So I'm gonna put Jay at
Jay
5.
rolled with you.
Well, the thing about Jay,
Jay didn't score the points, y'all.
but it's not. But Jay had one good year, and he was robbing. We talking about Batman's nigga.
Talking
That's
about
true.
straight killers.
Like Byron's the first All-State player
That's true.
in
That
Lil
kid-
history. He
that
has to
kid-
be in there. He's the most talented.
That
He's
kid-
the most talented kid to come through here.
I'm talking about freakish athletic ability, talent. He's the most talented, and people gonna get mad because we didn't say that about RJ. But Byron Joseph
He
was
is
the
the
most talented.
Well, RJ had to
physically-
get his body together.
No, Byron
was
been there.
Byron was dunking in the 7th grade
Byron was
Yeah.
the most physically talented basketball player I
because
saw in Little
RJ
Elm.
was skinny. Byron had some shit to him.
Now, Buckitos, the 3 dudes that get buckets out this bitch though
Yeah,
was Dep, TJ Birdie, and RJ. I'm talking about flat out get a bucket.
yeah. Well, I'll say this though, them niggas was able to shoot the ball 30 times.
Yes.
That wasn't my game.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You're the best PG. For
Well,
sure.
that's not even close. I'm the
You're
best.
the best PG.
That's not even close.
You're the best PG. But get a bucket. Them 3 niggas I named could get a bucket in
You know
in
what's
multiple
crazy?
facets.
See, I feel like I'm on my bro and shit. These niggas talking about these niggas getting bucket, nigga. I'm second most points all time in a game.
No, I feel you.
That's true.
I feel you. It's something about, when but then there's this other thing though. Some niggas was dogs and some niggas wasn't.
Well, there was only, to me, there's only 3. There's only 3 dogs that I look at. It don't matter what era. Like when I look at them, I'm like, all right, he can play on my team. Like Byron wasn't always a dog. Byron, I'm sorry to say this. You score the first 11 their junior year, 3rd round. You score the first 11, don't score again. RJ was Gatorade Player of the Year
Yeah, I mean,
with Tyrese Maxey. His class is actually
Yeah.
all in the
they're
league
crazy.
now, right?
Yep.
He's Gatorade Player of the Year. Dog. I seen the nigga anytime it was time to make a shot, and he probably had the most pressure.
He had the most publicity too.
I was about to say it was.
So the pressure came in a different
Yeah.
way for him.
Yeah.
Your pressure was different because of what the load you had to carry. having a kid early, the shit that people talked about. So it was different pressures than what RJ's was basketball pressures. Your pressure was dealing with me,
Real life
cussing
pressure,
your ass
nigga.
out, and having to have a baby and people talking shit in the
Well,
stands.
that's
and
later
all that.
on. I would say even the pressure as our middle school was so highly touted. We were coming in to change the culture of high school, and I was the only one to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Byron got hurt early, so it's
Yeah.
kind of unfair. But I
He
was the
broke
only
his
one to
foot
play.
or something like that.
His
didn't he?
wrist.
His wrist.
Getting Geyer.
Wrist.
Dunked on the nigga and
Dunked
failed.
on the
Remember?
nigga and failed. Yep.
I wasn't even starting. People don't even know that. I wasn't even
Yep.
starting.
He was coming off the bench. So
Byron
got hurt.
was
Byron
starting.
started was Daryl, TJ, Byron, Cliff, and Chris.
Y'all really had size,
And the
bro.
thing
That's
He
what.
took off though.
No, but the thing about it though, bro, this where like phases and era of basketball. Like if you put today's era with that fucking team, you put Cliff at the 5, Byron at the 4, and then you run me, TJ, and
Daryl.
It's
Yeah.
and then you bring. I think Chris. I think he slept on because of his shit he had to deal with as far as his attitude, or people might have thought he saw. To be honest,
He had
that
skill,
nigga's
though.
top 5 skilled, probably
he could
basketball
hoop,
player
though. He
in
could
our
shoot it.
league
He could
or
shoot
in
it.
our kind of era.
He shoot it.
But no, I think my pressure came from that nigga was only a basketball player. Byron was only a basketball player. All the other niggas in the list were only basketball players. I was jumping in fucking December. These
Yeah.
niggas had played 10 games and I'm having a hoop, and I never worked.
Yep.
I never truly worked on my game.
But you know the crazy thing though. The nigga that could get the most points in the shortest amount of time though was this nigga.
Yeah.
I watched this nigga Newman Smith. I fucking cussed him out at halftime.
I was at that game.
I fucking cussed him out at halftime.
Yeah.
Because the nigga had 2 points. The nigga ended up with like 26.
Yeah.
I used to watch this. Shit used to piss me off at Easter though, where the nigga would play 20 minutes with 20 points. Like he would just run off shit. And it was like,
Well, there's other things. I'm not gonna do that on here because I'm not that type of dude. But there's other. You got to think.
Yep.
There's shit you can't control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I'll give you that.
Facts.
You, nigga, think about
But
it.
the thing
You
is-
got 20 points in 20 minutes, nigga. I played 37.
But well, I'm finna throw some other shit in the mix. He was also a nigga that scored 20 points in 20 minutes and never had a play call for him.
That's real.
Real shit.
You know, last time you got a play call for you?
And came off the bench.
Yeah. You know,
They
last
came
time you
up-
got a play call for you? Name call, nigga. Come off the stagger, nigga. Shout out
Facts.
Russell the third or Russell the second.
That
No.
Sigler was the only one
No.
that called plays for that nigga.
The last play I seen him was at Rogers, where that nigga hit 2 threes in like 30 seconds to win the game.
Oh yeah.
Off the same fucking play.
See, I don't want to give Coach Barkley. I don't want to give Coach that much credit. Like,
I
motherfucker, he's
fuck
the
with
best
Coach-
player on the team.
I
Give
fuck
him
with
the, that's
Coach
not
Barkley.
a play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Barkley's
saying?
my dude, though.
Yeah, I fuck with Coach
Coach Barkley's
Barkley.
my dude.
He's 0-2 versus Devontae, but I love
I love
I
Coach
love you.
Barkley, man.
I love you.
I love Coach Barkley.
But
And
yeah,
I loved all the coaches y'all had, man. Shout out Coach C, Coach Siegel. Hag was my dude, man. It was the best thing I did in life, and I'll tell any dad this. and I
This
tell
is
people
literally
all the
what the
time.
next question is,
The
though.
best thing I ever fucking did was stop coaching my kids. That was the best thing I did for y'all. Is to have y'all have somebody else coach y'all.
so you know how you got on me this year, right? Not coaching Aiden and stuff, and you need to, because it's a foundation period, right?
Yep.
I disagree with you. I agree with you on the basketball, not coaching us, because I think that's where a lot of the bullshit came from, was basketball.
Yep.
I think if you're my coach in high school,
In football,
I'm a 5-star.
facts.
And I'll say that.
Facts.
Because I think, and I'm speaking the truth, I feel like Cole was hyped for what he did. And nobody ever took the time with me. Nobody ever took the time to make me the guy. I got punished for being the guy.
Yeah.
Even my own head coach. Like, I had to get scaled back a little bit. Like, hey, man, you're being too confident. That type of deal. He would have let me rock, and I would have did multiple things.
Yeah.
That's
To
how
where I
Coach-
would've showed
That's how
myself.
Coach K was with us. Coach K was he played in the Canadian League, but the way he was with us is he let you be yourself on that field
Yeah.
during the game.
Yeah.
Now he gonna run the shit out your ass on Monday for doing anything that was outside of his rules and all
Facts.
that, but he let you rock during the
Yeah.
game. Coach Dodge, my defense coordinator, let us rock, bro.
Yeah.
He let us rock. He let us be ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And on a team, you can have unity without wearing the same shit, without looking the same, and all those. You can still have unity. Because that locker room is about what you do outside and all that. It ain't got nothing to do with what you
And
wear.
locker room, I think there's more divisive if you do that.
It is.
I also think it's just like, nigga, we all here to win. what I wear, how good I am has nothing to do with you, nigga. Do your job. Yeah. If you a bench nigga and you need to celebrate, that's your job, bro. Right. Yeah. And I think a lot of niggas, especially in Little Round, bro, it got to the point with you. I never really had this problem with you. It got to the point where it was like, niggas didn't even want to see you be good, and you were the best player. Like in my mind, I've never been able to fathom like that.
I used to ask them dudes there on their team, why y'all play so hard in practice against Devontae and y'all don't do that against other people?
Like,
I never understood
this nigga's y'all's best player and y'all want to hit this nigga in practice.
You want to know why? And I'm a coach now, so I learn it now. And I take it for what it is. And it makes the most sense to me in my head. You want to know why they acted like that and why the coaches acted like that towards me? I never was the best player to them. Yeah. It was always somebody else.
Yeah.
That's what it was. In my head.
That's the only way it could be.
That's the only way. Because you want to talk about a person, bro, and I'm talking about myself, but JP, you played safety. Rashawn, you played corner. Keon, you played running back. Keelan, you played receiver. I was better than all them niggas at their position.
But there was when we went around the city, bro, and we played teams
like 7-on-7 and shit. Are you talking about when we was younger?
When we played games for Little Lamb.
Oh, okay.
There was really only 3 players on our team they feared.
Everybody was in the backfield.
Yeah, the 3 dudes Matt Mars, Keon Kenner, and you.
Y'all niggas used to run that bitch. I ain't gonna.
Well, us in Abilene.
They feared y'all.
Y'all niggas used to, and the offensive line was crazy too, though.
Them other guys.
Shout out Coach Jackson.
Shout out, man, my dude. Shout out Coach Jackson. Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah.
Did a great job with the kids. Was always there for the kids. Man, shout out Coach Stowers too, man. I ain't gonna go at Coach Stowers like that because he really is the one that changed the culture in football. And nothing against Cole Beasley's dad or whatever, but that they were going downhill real fast.
Yeah, well, he got comfortable too, though.
Yeah, and Coach.
Well, I honestly, I love Coach Stowers too, but I wish Cole Beasley's dad would have stayed because I think I would have got recruited for the shit I really was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that's the thing people don't even understand, bro, is I always made y'all play multiple positions. Devin played fucking quarterback, corner. When he got hurt, people don't understand slash. They call him Spencer Sanders. I call him slash.
Yeah.
He played running back for us. Devin was a quarterback. Devin
got
hurt.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, Devin got hurt, and we had to figure out how to win a game. And so and actually, you the one that told us that shit as a coach. You was a little kid. That was the IQ shit that was poured into y'all. Shout out George Adams from an offensive perspective.
Yeah.
But the shit we poured into y'all at a young age was we needed to put Devin at receiver and just let Slash run the ball. Because you remember we played the playoff game, Slash couldn't take a snap.
Yeah.
He kept fumbling the
so
snap.
You put that shit in
so we put him in the shotgun, put him in Wildcat, and put you at receiver where you could just run a little straight line fade.
My bitch ass
took over the game.
Yeah. With that little zone read,
don't took over the game,
to
bro.
them.
Y'all really the first niggas to do the Tebow shit where you fake run and then throw that shit. Bro, you caught like 3.
That was Mike though. Yeah. Mike was on. I mean, he had help from George, and but Mike, that NASCAR nigga, we used to run that shit.
Well, that was the changing phase of football, which we played different areas of football.
Yeah.
But moving on, staying on the LE tip, I'm gonna ask you. I think it's a simple answer, and you might think that I don't know. Should our number 3 be retired?
Fuck yeah. I don't know if it'll ever happen, bro. I think it's only one jersey in the Raptors up there that they got. I think it's RJ's. But nobody should wear number 3 in LA.
And kids are still wearing it.
And the crazy thing is, people don't even realize it. They didn't count the points, and they didn't do all that shit. But I promise you that y'all 2 niggas, 1,000-point scorers, in the top 5 in assists, if not the top 2 or 3 in assists in the school history.
Yeah. And I know when I last week talked to Coach Sigler, I know I'm number 1 in wins. I won 20 games every year in high school.
Yep.
I feel like you and RJ got a head start on me in the wins, though.
No, fact.
You came into a better team.
Well, you were Kobe.
And both of y'all niggas played varsity as freshmen.
You Kobe.
For 4 years. I didn't.
Well, and that's why I bring up, and like I said, I don't know all the details that happened with Coach Sigler. Again, rest in peace. But Coach Sigler would get in your ass, and some people couldn't take that shit. Coach Sigler would get in your ass like an old school coach.
He wouldn't even get in your ass. The thing about it that people don't like about Coach Sigler, which is the best coaching philosophy, my best players, I'm going to treat that nigga like he's the best player.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna yell. He knows what to do. Yeah. I'm gonna cuss these dudes out because he gonna need them.
Yeah, and that's how everybody coaches now.
I don't know how the baton got dropped, but if it doesn't get dropped, you don't go through that experience.
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna blame myself because I think I hold it on my heart still. I make free throws, bro. I think
Against
that-
Woodrow?
Just period. Like that's what I think. That year, what we had to go through. Shout out Braylon Racing. We were beating y'all niggas in the 4th round. We beat Woodrow. I'm not gonna go to say we win state, but we go.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I feel like that
There's
about our
no
senior
way
year
the team
too.
that y'all had. There's no way that either one of y'all should not have a state tournament appearance with the teams y'all have. There's no way.
I think a lot of the shit my senior year was a lot of the outside shit got in the way.
The clout.
One, cause like that year was really like Baller's Life was coming to our shit. The news was at our shit. Cause like we were y'all were good, but like this is the highest ranked Ellie had ever been like in the state. And I just think we was number 2 in the state, bro. And I also think
them niggas didn't play nobody.
I also just think like we were so good, and I guess because we weren't playing anybody.
Y'all were Golden State.
We didn't run no fucking plays.
Golden
Like
State.
we was just, it was like me and RJ, y'all cook.
That was the biggest issue that K had that year, is that we needed to be able to get to something, which against West Mesquite we couldn't get to a play because they changed up and they was playing some funky ass defense. They were making these wild ass.
Hey man, all this shit sound. Hey man, you can't be number 2 in the state and lose by 30.
We couldn't get to nothing, bro. We couldn't get to nothing.
Them niggas.
Who wins? Who win? I would say my favorite team is my senior year, but that wasn't the best team that I played with. My junior year versus his senior year, who win, Pops?
Whoo! That's a double overtime game, bro.
Hell no.
It's a double overtime game.
You know what I think it depends on? And I'm not even, I'm being for real. Yeah. Bitch, am I hot? Because if RJ's going to get 30 on y'all. Who's guarding him? Let's be honest.
I got a nigga for him on my junior team. Because it's different eras.
Bro, let's be honest, bro.
That's freshman RJ. That's not senior.
Bro, no, let's be honest, bro. Kiki's not locking him up, bro. Nobody locked RJ up, bro.
I would have said was, I don't. How would he respond to the shit talking?
Bro, I think, but
our team was tough.
The thing was, bro, like RJ, that's when he hooped. That's when he hooped, though. Like that's when he played better, is when niggas talk. So I'm off the rip giving him 30. It's scary to say that, bitch, I'm the wild card. And because all the niggas around us, like, nigga, everybody shot 40% from 3.
Well, I'll say this.
They were better 3-point shooters.
I think the problem was the size. That would have been our problem with y'all.
But no, I'll even go to say, you're right. You can get your 30. RJ get your 30. But the thing we did best was them other niggas not score. The way, Devin, the way we were very similar team. We were just the old school version of y'all. Y'all were the Lakers. We were the Bulls. Right?
Yeah.
It was the same shit. We just didn't shoot as many threes. Like we was getting in the paint. I mean, we was guarding.
I genuinely think the only reason I say we would have won, bro, is
Sean would have been y'all's problem.
I think and I don't even think that. I think the only reason we would have won, bro. Yeah, we'd have to.
He would have been a problem. He was younger.
I think the only reason we would have won, bro, is because if me and RJ get going early, that means everybody else is open.
Who started at the point?
They were big as fuck at the guard, though.
Who started at the point for y'all?
Me.
Yep.
It was me, RJ, KJ, Simba, and Deshaun.
So y'all had.
And Ike really should have started at the 5 on the team.
So y'all had 3.
Deshaun would tell you
y'all
that,
two was basically getting 60 a game, essentially, right?
They averaged 55 points a game.
Well, I mean, like I said, it counts out. They had 2 niggas doing that. We had 3.
Yep.
Me, Jalen, and Byron was 18 apiece.
I just genuinely think, like, shout out to Jalen, but like I'm not scared of him.
No, that's a fact.
Like we would have been cool with him.
You know the problem though, and this a humble flex for you. At that time in your career, if you're playing point, I was a stronger basketball player than you were. Well, now when we got to college, you were better. You've always been a better basketball player, but the way you guarded in college, I saw it. The way you guarded in college ain't the same nigga that was in high school.
Bitch, I wasn't
like.
I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was already. The way I played in college is the way the fuck I played.
Yeah,
in high school.
I got a lot bigger in college. Yeah. Like height wise and weight wise.
Yeah. But I think.
I didn't know who you was at Arizona, bro.
Yeah.
You grew that much in size and shit. When I pulled up, when y'all played DeAndre Ayton them that night, and I walked in, I looked around the stadium y'all won, and I was like, where the fuck is Devin?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, there he is. I'm like, this nigga don't even look the same.
Facts. I was 5'9" when I left here.
Facts.
Nigga was 6'1"
So
when I came back.
Stand on that tip, the 2 questions, and I'm gonna make it like, what was it like having 2 sons? Like, did you feel pressure, or like, I think you knew we were gonna be prepared or we were gonna be good because of the genetics and that
You
stuff.
didn't have a choice.
But what was it like though? Because I know it's different than having daughters. I'll tell you that.
Honestly, I didn't want girls. I always wanted boys.
I think in your time in your life, you probably didn't need them. Or
No.
honestly, you probably needed them.
I didn't want girls, bro. I always wanted boys because I knew I had a lot of shit to give. Still, I had a lot of football in me. This basketball shit, I really only got in. I love watching basketball. That's my favorite sport to watch. I played football, but basketball was my favorite sport to watch. So I didn't know all this basketball shit. I got into that shit because that's what y'all fuck with.
Yeah.
But I knew I had a lot to give in football. And the crazy thing is, I really thought y'all were going to be football players.
Shit, I thought I was for the
I didn't
longest.
think y'all were going to be basketball players.
Well,
I knew y'all were good at basketball, but I thought y'all was
We
going to be
just had
football
this
players.
conversation, and I'm gonna call him out now that we're on camera, right? Not call him out, but I knew I was a football player. That's what people felt to get. Like, I really played basketball just to play the shit.
Yeah, nigga got a scholarship to
The
that.
niggas was decent at it, right? But football is actually my passion to the point now where, like, it either pisses me off to the highest or I love it to the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But till this day, between me and you, Pops, should I have went JUCO? The only reason I say I should have is because the lessons that I learned at a 4-year at Midwestern, JUCO would have gave me the ability to learn it there. Because I did so much fucking up as a college student.
What the fuck you should have did is did what the fuck I told you. And you would have went D1.
Well, I'll be honest.
That's what the fuck you should have
No,
did.
that's a fact. But it's the 95% of sons don't listen
But
to
I
that
think
shit.
you should have played football.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, I think you should have played football. You've been an NFL player.
I can
We literally
sleep- I
had
can
we literally
sleep
had
at
the
night
exact
today
same conversation.
And have this and tell my son and he don't believe me. He
No,
really
he's
don't.
He's a bad motherfucker on the football field, bro.
He don't believe me.
No, he's a bad motherfucker on the football field.
I can go to
he
sleep
was
at
that
night
dude.
knowing, like, if I took care of my shit, I would have been a pro.
Yeah, he was that dude.
At any fucking position, skill position
he was that
besides
dude.
quarterback.
I was aggravated because you didn't go out there to Baylor and do the corner shit like you knew you were supposed to, because I think that would have got you there.
So I'm on the goofy side. RG3 just won the Heisman.
Facts,
You
niggas.
want to play corner?
Niggas trying to play offense.
I'm talking about that. This the simple-mindedness I had and didn't see the bigger picture.
But I
You're
had
right.
The bigger picture.
You did. In the moment, motherfucker.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, you.
got
But you was cooking at the Baylor at the Baylor shit.
real.
Nigga.
But back on that though, sometimes as a child, you got to run with the bigger picture with your pops. And I'm gonna say this shit, and I'm gonna be real about it. Y'all young ladies got to get the fuck out the way of sons and fathers, bro. You got to get out the way. I know y'all got the nurturing capability, and y'all want to take care of these boys and not let daddies get in their ass, but y'all have to get out of the way of sons and fathers. Because there's some shit that men can pour into boys that just, and it ain't all this Me Too stuff, and I ain't trying to mess up the podcast and all that.
No, for sure.
But there's just some shit a man can pour into another man that a female just can't do.
Well, I mean, you can look at the statistics. A woman can't raise a man can't raise a woman.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and this might be a sexist statement. Single dads are more proven to be successful as a single parent. And that's no shot at no woman. You can look it up.
Yeah.
Just because we know how to have hard conversations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know how to have mama gonna nurture. She nurture, she love you. She gonna kind of move around the point. Like, daddy's gonna be like, bro, it is what it is.
Yeah,
That's the point.
But that's an important statement, because I tell you all the time, if you're a man, whatever you are, your son is gonna be that. Because whether you telling him, whether you don't even know, he's watching.
Yeah.
He's watching shit you do.
And I'll tell you, we was just talking about this shit. Like, you don't realize as a son you watching until you become a dad of a son.
Yep.
No,
and you doing the
facts.
same shit Pops was doing.
No,
So I
for
was
real.
like, I ain't never finna say, man, my daddy getting on us, man, making me rake all these leaves and all that. Man, I ain't finna do none of that. Nigga, as soon as y'all got older, man, go get that shit up. Go get that shit up.
No, facts,
Go
though.
get that shit up, bro.
Facts.
Hey, you got to go get that shit. I'm not doing, nigga, I work all day, go get that shit up, bro.
And I learned that was key too, bro. You gotta, with you, bro, giving you your flowers are just, yo, you was able to put NFL cats in the league. You had 2 sons that was good. So I think you've always been a winner at heart, period.
Never
right?
lost at anything, bro.
That's a fact. But also, you were going to go to the combine and be an NFL player, but you still doing probably as well as an NFL player would.
Bruh.
You got what you want. You don't need for nothing. You got your dream car and ain't in the NFL. That's a gym.
Yep.
The dream car you always wanted, you got it, and you ain't no pro athlete.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yep. But the thing is, man, I had to shout out to my parents on that because my mom and daddy, I watched them toil and I watched them scrap. I watched them fight. I watched them go get it and try and make things happen. And so I had no choice, bro. I had no choice to not be successful.
Yeah.
You know, and I love what I do now in the business world and all that stuff. It's hard playing politics and all that because I ain't built like that. Mm-hmm. And early on in my career, I could play that politics and do everything. Now I can't do it no more, man. I'm just 1,000.
Nigga just himself.
But you're a veteran in the game, though. That shit old once you become a veteran.
It's old, bro. It's like the way I talk to y'all is the way I talk to people at work.
Yeah.
I don't mince no words. I don't hold nothing back. Mm-hmm. And that's funny that day when Aiden was like, Papa, you one of the bosses? I said, yeah. He said, because I thought you was going to get fired. I said, what? He said, the way you was fussing and cussing at them folks, I thought you was going to get fired. I said, no, I ain't going to get fired, man. I'm telling them the truth. And I just keep it a band with people, man. And that's just what it is. And that's just what it's going to be.
I'll tell you this about our pops. And for any dudes your girl might be pregnant now, you think about having kids, girl or boys. And I learned this from Hag. I learned this from my dad. The biggest thing you can do as a dad ain't no advice, ain't no lesson, ain't no love, ain't no yelling. There's no presence.
Show up.
You fucking show up.
People get it twisted, bro. People get that twisted, Devontae. And I'm going to go on a little rant right now, but it takes money to raise kids. Yes. There's motherfuckers that poor, they pay their child support, they pour in money, and they'll never show up. Them kids don't remember nothing about no damn money. They remember if you was sitting in the stands at their soccer game when they was 6.
Facts.
They remember if you was at their dance recital. They remember those things.
I always felt like I played better when they came to my college games. I was always excited. Like,
Niggas ready to go.
Niggas about to put on. Niggas
Because I finna talk that shit if you did. And me and Devin used to get into it all the time. Devin can score 25 and that motherfucker a pro. I'm cussing at the TV.
I'm glad my temperament, I'm glad I was the older brother.
Yeah.
To kind of mellow that out. Because I'm like, yo, Pops. I remember we was living here. It was during COVID. Nigga, you had like 1 point. I think you end up having like 20 something. You had like 2 points in the first half. Man, that bitch ain't trying to be no pro. I'm like, yeah, it's 2 halves. She talking about, man, fuck that shit, nigga. I'm like, all right, nigga scored 28. I look at Pop. Man, that nigga, he can piss me off with that shit. I'm like, nigga just had 26 in the second half.
But Devin would do that shit, bro. He would do that shit. I watched.
That one of them niggas, he got to get the groove, man.
Bro, we was at one game, bro, at Rogers, bro. They down by 10 at halftime. This nigga got 2 points, bro. And I ain't really trying to get a bucket. He like going through the motions and shit.
Devin like KD, bro.
And I was so fucking hot, bro. I was so hot. These niggas win the game. I think Lex was at that game. I cussed his ass up and down. This nigga got so mad at me, he went to the car. Lex was like, well, how am I getting home? I'm talking about that nigga outside. He ain't going nowhere. He outside. He just mad at me. But I cussed. The coaches all looking at me crazy. We done won the game. But KP and them get on me about that with Devin being a pro, though, bro. If KP will ask me, he'll say, what Devin do tonight? Said nigga had 30. But he ain't do shit. Motherfucker out there bullshit. Ain't making no shots and all that.
That
KP,
statement is the biggest oxymoron.
KP looked at me and he said, Low.
Hey, bro,
but he had 30. I said, K.
Nigga was 12 for 20 from the field.
Shots bad.
4 for 7 from the
turnovers,
3.
All this.
When you get the ball in your hands all game, you're going to have some turnovers. I learned that from Russell.
I don't even think Pops should get mad at turnovers. Pops won it because he knew you could score.
That
And I
nigga-
think
Every
Pops
bucket.
He
That nigga-
wants you to shoot every time.
Every time.
Every
like,
bucket.
bitch, I'm tired of this.
The craziest thing is, it was opposite for y'all.
Well, it's different eras. His
I-
era, he grew up on a nigga going to get a bucket. My era, I grew up Jason Kidd.
Yeah, nigga gotta get a
Let me
dime.
get off this
I
screen,
used to
Steve
get mad
Nash and
at
them
you. You
niggas.
wouldn't get it. Hey man, get that nigga off, man. That nigga be rolling tonight. Get that nigga off. You know what I'm saying? With Devin, this nigga passing the ball to niggas that can't hit this roof, bro.
I'm going to give it, and that ain't my dad. Russell Siegler gave me, I'm going to give him his flowers. I never thought about scoring 30, ever, until I got that, until he was my coach.
I knew Devin could score 30.
No, facts. He been doing that.
I knew
Yeah.
he could score 30. But the funniest story, and I got to tell this story before we go off.
Yeah.
We go to Houston. He
Oh,
playing
shit.
for Pro Skill. The whole tournament, he's feeding these niggas, bro.
We played the same team like 3 times.
Giving up crazy.
You would think they would have figured me out by then. Like,
Crazy
bitch, I scored
buckets,
30
bro.
twice on the nigga.
Crazy buckets.
All threes.
We get in the
I couldn't even dribble then, for real.
we get in the championship game, and this nigga go 1 for 17.
You want to know what it is? The consummate AAU shit. Sunday championship game, bitch, at 8 a.m. and they press you.
And they pressure. No shit.
That's the consummate
Nigga,
AAU
That's how
trap
you
game.
beat Texas Rain.
That's the trap game.
Nigga
That's how you
still
beat Texas
sleep.
Rain. And I used to tell Croc that all the time. I said, man, we got to press these niggas. It's too early, man. We ain't ready. We got to
We were
press.
Nigga.
dumbasses. Because once I got to college and the nigga told me to press.
No,
so,
press. If a nigga told me to play at 8 a.m.,
Nah, for real.
nigga, I don't even think I could do that no more.
But last question. We got to end on this one.
Yeah, we gotta finish it this way.
We got to end on this question because I know it's going to cause some havoc. You got it, Dep.
Who the best athlete, Pop?
Out of our family, that's easy.
It's not easy, Pop.
That's
Stop it. It's not easy.
It's easy, bro. Let me explain this to y'all.
So hold on. Let's rephrase the question because I came up with that question. Let me rephrase because best athlete, all right. Best basketball player, hands down, is Devin.
Devin, yep.
Best football player, hands down,
Me.
you. Best athlete is me. It's not a dad. At my
Bro,
side,
all the shit y'all could do, I could do.
all the shit you could do, I could do. And I was
You couldn't
5'8".
outrun me, though.
That's cap, Pops.
You could not fucking
Pops,
outrun me,
that's-
bro. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. I actually ran. You could not run the quarter like me. Your quarter time was never as fast as my quarter time.
How old were you ran that quarter?
What did you run in 8th grade?
I ran a 49.
Okay.
Dad, listen, let's
No, but when that boy came and got you, the little white dude up there.
That wasn't no little white dude.
Gainesville,
That nigga's an Olympic nigga right now. Hell no, Pops, and that nigga looked different.
That nigga
he
was
on
small.
some
That nigga
shit.
Hey,
was
that motherfucker came and got you.
That nigga was-
I was
That's
so
hot. That's the only time I've ever got
that
caught
nigga
in
was
anything.
strong as hell at the end of that race too,
No, we ran
nigga.
about the same in the quarter. We ran about the same in the
Pops.
quarter.
The only thing I couldn't do that you could do was dunk. As far as
Athleticism. Yeah, you definitely got the athleticism.
Nah, facts.
Like if we just talking about jumping.
Strength too. I give
But
you
you
strength.
know the thing that I had over y'all is I was gonna outwork y'all because genetically I wasn't as talented as y'all early on, so I had to work at it.
That's fair.
I had to work at it. But the best.
Well, it also comes from your mentality and where you came from.
Yeah, best athlete, bro. That's me, hands down, bro. I ain't finna give y'all that. Shit,
I don't know. I'm not gonna say hands down. I'll give y'all that. But hands down is crazy though. I don't know about hands down though.
Hands down.
I can get behind a mound and throw 75.
That is true.
And I can play center field. I can play first base. I can do all that shit.
Y'all niggas
What you
funny.
want? We can get on that.
Pops
track.
was
I'ma
good
bust-
at corner.
I'ma
If
bust
he
it.
was good enough to play quarterback, they would have put him at quarterback in the fucking wishbone. They put a white boy trash.
No, I was good enough. You had to understand back in that
The
day, it wasn't
politics,
that
the
many black
politics, the
quarterbacks,
politics,
bro. It was not that
politics.
many
What's my
black
boy from
quarterbacks.
Oklahoma?
But you know who started before him?
Who did? Troy me.
Troy Aikman broke his ankle. That's the only reason Jamel Holloway became a quarterback at Oklahoma.
What's your excuse?
They put the white dude. in there, bro.
Politics.
I ain't gonna hate on that, bro.
I
If
can
they
play
really
on
do
every,
that,
I can play on every position on the football field, bro.
I could play safety.
Me
I could
too.
play everything in the secondary.
Me too.
I could have played wide out. Played a wide out one year.
Me too.
Could Kahoot.
Me too. I was highly rated than you in high school.
Kahoot. Yeah. Well, look who your daddy is.
What doesn't matter? I should still have to go do it.
Look who your daddy
Nigga,
is.
look at LeBron's son. Look who your daddy is, but trash you.
Hey,
And I
man.
can say that.
Hey, man,
I ain't hating. I've seen it.
Hey, man,
he ain't trash,
Let's
but
talk about that before we go, bro.
hey, bro, he finna get started. He really a
Let's talk
LeBron
about
hater
it.
for real.
Let's talk about that before we go. I'm honestly not a LeBron hater. I just don't think he's better than Michael. I just don't think he's better than Michael. And
That nigga the greatest.
There are subtle flexes that Braun put out there that's coming back to haunt Bronny.
Yeah, I
I think
mean,
there's pressures that he put on, saying that he could play with them dudes better.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been
can't
saying
play
that.
better than D-Lo and them guards.
He
He's
shouldn't
not
have been
better
saying
than them
that shit,
guards.
though.
That's like Lonzo, though.
He's not better than
yeah,
them.
but LeVar isn't LeBron James, bro. LeVar was just talking.
LeVar was a marketing genius.
I'll say this, though.
LeBron don't need to
No,
do
I'm
that.
glad
That's
I'll
the
say
thing.
this. I'm glad it happened to Bronny before he got there.
Yeah, facts. Now,
Well, that's what happened to the Ball brothers. They got there and niggas was hurt. Like,
Hey,
fucking-
what famous Low say? Well, you can't hit that boy like
That
that.
they have clothesline that
He
nigga
does.
first play of the
You can't
game.
hit that boy
Lonzo
like
took
that.
a lot of lumps for that nigga LaMelo to walk, but that nigga LaMelo is a lot
LaMelo's
better
a
than
dog.
Lonzo.
We
too.
thought Lonzo was gonna be the best.
I told
I
y'all.
really thought Lonzo.
Y'all know
I
who the best
told y'all-
basketball player after 3 is, which is scary. It might be Jello.
Fuck no, that nigga LaMelo is a superstar.
That nigga
LaMelo-
Jello can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he can do it, but
That nigga need to be 6'9" for
I
real.
think Lonzo hadn't had the opportunity because he was hurt. But Melo has always, he's the wild card like Devin. He's Devin.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Lonzo's you.
yeah, that's fair.
But he's just that wild card that he can go get a bucket however he want. And I
He's
never,
a basketball. Like Devin is a basketball.
Yeah, he's a
I
basketball
never
player.
knew, watching Jello early on when he played with Lonzo, that he was gonna get that fucking big.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
But he's
That nigga LaMelo.
Dev love basketball so much he on the little tykes laying that
Yeah,
bitch up.
but
Like
I-
you really
No,
like
facts.
basketball.
No, facts.
I want Melo on a different team.
No,
bro.
facts.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's all they got.
If I'm about to say if Charlotte let
no tickets.
They, the Supersonics coming back if that nigga leave.
The Supersonics should have been to come back now because
No, but you know,
the
you-
best retro jersey all the
you-
time.
it was a great basketball.
you know what's that called? Two new teams coming to the NBA.
Vegas and
Vegas
The
and
Supersonics should
Supersonics.
come back, bro.
They need to come back with that exact.
with the glove.
They need to come back with them.
The Hornets never went
You
to
know,
the finals. The Supersonics did.
KD said he want to be one of the owners once he retired of the Supersonics.
Yeah.
And LeBron's gonna own the Las Vegas team. He already put it
Him
out
and Tom
there.
Brady.
Them niggas are gonna own that.
Him and Tom.
I don't know how good they're gonna be, but they're gonna own that. Him and Tom. I think that's a given.
But nah, Pops, man, we appreciate you, dog. It'll probably be a part 2, part 3,
Yeah.
whatever. Hey, Ma, you next.
Yeah,
Yeah. Man, wait, hold up, bro.
We gonna do
Hold
Ma
up, bro.
next.
Hold up, bro. The title of this bitch is Ballers to Fathers.
But hold on, Pa, I'm gonna give you this. Both of y'all gave us life.
Yep.
But that motherfucker there, bro, you went through the trenches, but her ass went through the trenches of life.
No, for real.
I want people to hear what she went through, and then you'll see why we the people that we are with our family. 1, 2, you'll see in high school, shit wasn't sweet all the time for us. It might have looked that way, but it wasn't, because we was seeing and going through different shit
No, for real.
that people don't understand.
Yeah,
And I think it stemmed a lot from
That situation.
yeah.
They don't know.
She
bro.
was, I'll say this though, if you had to go a wife, not any extra shit, but like, as a mom of 2 boys in a house full of men,
Especially
she did a pretty damn
and
good job.
and going to all the sporting events and really be into the shit and
Like,
know what's going
like
on.
If there's
Well,
mamas out there,
Well, your dad is not the easiest dude to live with.
Yeah,
no question. But I'm saying as far as just a mother
Yeah.
going to games, being present, being involved at the games, all that,
Yeah.
she has the blueprint.
No, facts.
She has the blueprint.
Shout out to her and Michelle, man, for what they did with the GA Giants. Shout out GA Giants, man. There's a lot of football teams and programs and things like that. Like what
Snoop.
Time did with Truth, what Snoop did, bro. We did it before them. Real talk.
And it
We
was
did
more
before them.
homegrown. They had like
And it
ranked
was
players
homegrown.
and shit. You know what I'm saying?
We did it before them, bro. And there's no knock on Time because
That
I
was a
love
special
Time.
time.
You love
And I
what-
love-
Yeah, it
and I
is.
love
It's
what
a knock.
Snoop
You
did.
want to know why? Because you're undefeated against him. Nobody knows that. We
Hey,
played them 4 times in 3 different teams, 4 different eras, whatever.
Yeah.
We beat them every time.
Yep. But you know that he you know, he's doing a lot of great things, man. That is my dream for you. is what he's doing for guys, man. Because I tell you all the time, you here on the north side, but I in my heart of heart, I believe you're a south side coach, and you ain't even grow up there. It's just
The
shit
story.
that they go through and the story that you have. You could give that. to
That,
them.
and I think I would be with my story and what I've accomplished will be more appreciated.
Yeah,
there.
and I'm gonna say this, man. To these cats out here talking this shit about Texas ain't this and Texas ain't that, bro. Listen to me.
From
These
the
boys
South-
out here in this dirty for real, bro. And you got to be careful flexing like that
Right.
because we on this north side, but I know what it's like on that south side of town. I know
Well-
what it's like on the east side of Garland.
Well,
So
today though in
gotta be
Texas, a
careful
lot of
with
those
that.
cats are moving here now though.
Yeah,
So it's starting
no
to
doubt.
kind of.
And so you know, I'm gonna shout out Texas, man. Born in Birmingham, but I'm gonna shout out Texas all the time because Texas made me.
Yeah.
East side of Garland, North Garland, where I grew up, it made me, bro. I wasn't the football player I became until I started dealing with them cats.
Yeah.
You know, and the things that me and my friends got into that my parents don't even know. You know, a lot of it was on the south side, and it's some guys over there that I know to this day that still riders with me. You know,
Yeah.
and so I'm taking no disrespect to Texas, bro.
Shouldn't.
I'm taking no
Facts.
disrespect to Texas sports, and Florida's crazy. Mad respect to Deion and Mike and all them what they did with the Cowboys, but that football here, bro.
You know the difference between Florida and Texas? Florida's like rappers that are mainstream. Texas got mainstream niggas and SoundCloud niggas that are
Exactly.
Facts.
elite, if that makes
They-
sense. You got to think, I wasn't a 5-star.
I wasn't even close.
But
You
the
know what I'm
thing
saying?
is,
We all district, all state players.
but everywhere we went, we handled business. You took us to Louisiana. You took us to Oklahoma. You took us to all the places around here, and we handled business, bro.
Yeah.
We stood on business.
Yeah.
And so I'm always shout out Texas. People will argue with me, you know, like, well, you was born in Alabama. Bro, I'm from Texas, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas. This is what made me.
Facts.
It what made me. This is where y'all at. This is where my grandkids at.
Yeah.
And so it made me. So I'm gonna shout out Texas and all my Texas boys, and you know we do that swing and bang. It's a little different.
Yeah.
It's a little different. We do it a little different out
Rules a
here.
little different down here.
Yeah, but that we talking that football out here.
It's not even close.
People don't want that smoke like
Not
that,
even
bro.
close.
Yeah.
People don't want that smoke
Not
like
even
that.
close.
We may go play a IMG or something. Duncanville going with their kids from their neighborhood. IMG got people from all over the country.
Yeah.
St.
AAU
Thomas
team.
got all them dudes like that.
Yeah.
We going with Duncanville. We going with South Oak Cliff.
But that's
now,
what I mean.
Now, they in 8 square miles, and there may be somebody that live in DeSoto. They go, but that's really their hood. They ain't bringing nobody else.
Yeah.
And they go get it with that. You come to our state championships out here in football, man.
Yeah.
Nothing like it, fam.
Facts.
Nothing like it, fam.
No, you're right.
And I would not want to play high school football in any other state than this joint right
No
here.
fucking question.
This joint.
Facilities,
So,
the clout, all that.
yeah,
Facts.
I'm showing mad love to Texas football. And quiet as it's kept, we taking over the basketball shit while you looking.
Yeah.
Look at the draft. Look at the last year's draft.
Yeah.
In the top 50 players, it was what, 8 Texas players. I want to say 5 of them were
Casing
from
on all
the
them boys.
DFW, bro.
Facts.
We hooping out here.
And you
Look
could
at
throw
the young bull from Baylor.
Yeah.
Finna be a top 10
But
pick,
you,
bro.
but you
Yeah,
can throw
facts.
a rock and hit each one of these high schools.
Exactly.
Which is crazy.
So you want to see some real shit? Come sit at Jerry's World in the state championship from Wednesday to Saturday, and you finna see future NFL All Pros,
Well, I'm hoping, man, with the
like multiple ones.
this why we do it. I'm hoping to see my son there one day. To be honest,
Bro,
I
the
think
one-
we made the right idea and everything. I think it could happen with
one-
the school we going to.
Yeah, the one thing I'm gonna say about my grandson, bro, is that the IQ, the ability, and all of that is there. He got to get out of his own way. He got to get out of his own way.
Yeah.
And at some point in time, the swagger that all three of us had and the way we played
It's gonna kick
come out
in.
Him. It's gonna kick in, and then he ain't gonna even know what to do with himself because he's just gonna take
I
off.
told his mama that. When that
He's
light
just gonna
bulb
take off.
hits, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, he's just gonna take off. Cause I watch him play corner and stuff like that. He does shit at 10 and 11 years old that I did in college.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's scary about it.
Yeah.
But he got to figure that part out.
That's real. I think he has the best blueprint. It's not a lot of lineage.
Hey,
You got 3 different
open the door.
generations. But nah, man.
Never mind. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. This
Facts.
another episode, Ballers to Fallers. This is gonna be the best one. We're gonna post it on social. Go like, subscribe, follow us. We appreciate y'all. Now love, man.
Yeah.